What is up, everybody? All right, there we go. There we go. Anyway, I don't know what you mean, K. Dot. Be more specific when you say why is everyone going against Kevin Samuels. I mean, I have some ideas, but I want to know specifically what you're talking about. Yeah, definitely check in with a like, check out with a comment. You know, I just wanted to go live, have a conversation. We're gonna call this one Friday Night Lights. Chill for a second. Next week is Thanksgiving. You know how people be pro black with it, but come on, let's keep it 100. Um, so you see the title. I'm gonna definitely let's why K Dot is putting some more specific information in there. Like what's an example of what you're talking about? Who are these people going against Kevin? It's outside of the normal people that we hear about every day. But anyway, um, all right. So you see the title. The difference between setting the record straight and begging people to change. So shout out to Ramil. Ramil is back making YouTube videos. He never stopped making content on his Patreon, but he's back making YouTube videos. He's been definitely giving legitimate critiques on black men. I mean, he's saying the same. He's saying similar. He's saying stuff that Grinch has said. I've said that Grinch is more known for. Um, I mean, them those. Kate, okay, let me put that, at least put that in the thing. Because I know y'all can't stand when I respond to shit, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'll jump on that in a second. But, and one of the main themes is black men begging. Black men are, why are you here? Like, really, why are you here? Now, we always have people that talk about self improvement and they use self improvement as a deflection. We know Ramil's not one of those guys. Ramil is about doing for yourself. And this is not about Ramil, but he's done a couple of streams and I've listened to him, so he's kind of on my mind with that. But folks will ask that question why you're here, and what they're really here to do is they want to say basically they want to operate on. They're not really talking about the community. They're not really talking about the macro situation a lot of times. But we know Ramil's not one of those folks. Like he's talking about what are you doing and what are you trying to get at this motherfucker. So what you have is there's a lot of people in the audience that, and you hear it. You hear it when they say, "Oh, I hope China takes over the world to put the white man in their place." You hear it when dudes are kind of alluding to, when shit really hits the fan, the women are gonna come back to the table. I agree with Ramil. That's bitch nigga talk. That's you have no power, so you're wishing curses upon people. It's like when I say black women curse God. This is what you niggas are doing. You're wishing curses upon people because I'm not gonna say you are a loser, but when you're doing that, you are operating from a loser standpoint. Only losers do that. Yeah, but when Ramil says that, when he says he's in the manosphere to secure his own bag, that doesn't mean necessarily the same thing as when Obsidian says he's in this space to make money. Ramil has always talked about networking and working with other brothers to elevate his position. That's what he's talking about. So again, depending on what your mindset is, you can hear a statement like that, and then people can take that a lot of different ways. So that's what he means. He's here to network and making videos is, part of course. That's what he means. I mean, a lot of this stuff, and Grinch has talked about this. We are entering into an era where, unless you're really new, some of y'all that's been here a while, everything can't be spelled the fuck out. And another thing, too, and me and Ramil agree with this too, I know, and I don't try to presume what somebody else says. I'm not here for the drama shit. I'm not here for the unnecessary beefs. I'm not here for beefs. Period. I'm that's some kid shit. And usually when you see folks doing that, I'm really not even here for the politicking. And when you hear people do that, they're doing that a because they're bored and they ain't got nothing going on with their life, or because they're trying to do what they can. They're using that as a mechanism to try to hustle this. Well, it ain't even about the ghetto gagger stuff. Like my thing, and this is why I wanted to create a video with that. I wanted to set the record straight. I brought up Ramil so I can anchor you on somebody that he's critiqued black men for caring too much about shit. The ghetto gagger shit is a perfect example. As far as what K Dot's talking about, they don't mess with Kevin anymore because of Brittany Renner. Niggas that say that for that reason, those niggas are hoes. Okay, those niggas are hoes. And they never really fucked with Kevin in the first place. Because Kevin interviewed Blue Jasmine. People forget that. So and this idea that Brittany Renner is being given credibility. Brittany Renner has 5 million Instagram followers. We know a lot of you hoe ass niggas follow her because you all are so in love with these light skinned bitches. A light skinned bitch with a fat ass. So we know you all are insta following her ass. So if your job is to access black men and you're dealing with somebody that has black men that's in part of their cocktail of audiences or subscribership, why wouldn't you do that? It's exposure. If you niggas can't understand that, you niggas can't understand business, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Y'all are going to be globally reset, as Glendon Cameron says. Because one thing is for sure, we're moving into a situation where being intelligent and, more importantly, being cunning is going to matter. And labor alone, absence of those two other things, is not going to cut the mustard no more. It's just not. It's just not. It's not. And Grinch has warned you about this. You see Ramil coming back and saying this, which I think that's a message I think he thinks needs to be said, at least to tell you niggas, don't say nobody never told you on their way out. And I say it. But with the ghetto gagger thing, it's about part of, I don't even want to say it's important, but part of why that's something that was put in there and said. That different people have different agendas as to why they say shit. Some of these people are just covering trending news and it don't matter. They're just gonna speak to shit, whether they know what the fuck they talking about or not. I don't do that. Like y'all are talking about this the young dude, and I'm not trying to disrespect him. When I told you all I don't be listening to hip hop like that, I mean that shit. And not that I listen to other stuff, but I don't listen to this era to be knowing who all these people are. I don't care if he's 36. I've recently learned that he has 100 properties, which that's something that I probably want to talk about, because I have respect for dudes that are taking their money and really flipping it into some real shit. I don't think he was married, which that's a topic of conversation, because real talk, that means he had control over his shit. So there's things that you can actually talk about him, and it's like, damn, you got 100 properties. It's interesting. So I may do some research on that, research his career, research what he's done, but I'm not gonna speak to you on shit that I'm not familiar with. That's some whole shit too, in my opinion. Now, that's not to say that I won't research something if I think it's important, but that is what it is. But going back to the ghetto gagger thing, that's important is because we got a lot of black men. See, Ramil also says that a lot of you niggas are begging these chicks to change. You all are dumb motherfuckers. The ghetto gagger thing is yet another piece of evidence that basically says most of these chicks are not fucking worth you all waiting for them to change. And they are not going to change. They are going to do what the fuck they want to do. And they are always in a mode of doing what's in their best interest. This is not about not liking women. This is just understanding women are humans. And men, we have been socialized to understand, black men in particular, that there's consequences to what you do. Women are really living in this kind of fairy tale world where that shit don't exist like that, where everything's cushy, where everything is done and paid for. And then on top of that, they're not really giving consequences to actions. They give this perception of shit being reset and stuff like that. So there's a purpose to everything I say. And as far as the manosphere covering it, as far as why I think it's valid as David Carroll said. You got to push back against the propaganda, which, number one, and you also have to set the record straight. And I also thought that was worth covering, not because of the first ghetto gagger thing, was because the matriarch of that grandmother, Big Mama, that was an example of what Big Mama used to do. Big Mama used to check these wayward bitches. And so the dudes understood. This is why I've said before, you could pull off a matriarchy in the black community. It can't be a gynocracy, but it could be a matriarchy because you would have women checking other women, but we don't have that. Now, I'm not going to really be for no matriarchy either, but I'm saying, is it possible to pull it off? And I thought what was important about that first story was that part. Now, the second one, that just goes to show you, you know, when people brought up Glendon and everybody was talking about, the mother, the white mother, they groomed their daughters. Well, this is a female that's like over the age, I believe, 21. And then you see the video of the older black woman. This ain't no dark skinned black woman, the stereotypical shit. You see her, calming her down. She did this. She tried to do the scene, couldn't get through it, and then left. Then the woman drove her back. My question is, where are the women shaming that? Now, some of them are talking about like Pink Book and all of them, but outside of the normals, that shit shouldn't even be acceptable, and shit like that goes on a lot more than what people say. Yeah, Friedman, he had 100 properties. At least that's what I saw in an article. Unless that article's bold, I saw that in a couple of articles. I don't know if that's boldface line or whatever. Shout out to Blackfoot with the $5 super sticker. So some of these dudes do be doing it like that on the low with real estate. Lil Flip did that. Lil Flip had a low level construction company. So some of these people be doing shit. You'd be surprised what some of these rappers be doing on the low. All of them ain't fucked up. Most of them are, but all of them ain't. All of them know how to flip their money back. But that's not to say they're perfect. But and so this everybody loves to talk about grooming when it comes to men. Men don't have access to these women like that to be grooming them like that, but the women do. And that was a perfect example of that. So the Ghetto Gagger thing, yeah, that had shot value, but that wasn't really the biggest deal. That wasn't the point. We know Ghetto Gaggers is a website dedicated to black females, basically, doing the most. We'll say it and leave it at that. So there's a whole website dedicated to that. So, and that's not, and by the way, Ghetto Gaggers is not the only website like that. Some sites, they do that to both men and women. It's a lot of shit that's like that. But the point is, and then you got to, but the point is, it wasn't just, oh, it's a black female together. No, it wasn't that. It was that the chick literally didn't want to finish the scene, and her mother basically convinced her to finish. For what? For $2,000? I mean, shit, you could sell, honestly, you could sell pussy in America a few times to get that kind of money. Shit, nowadays, if you're willing to do a little bit, you can get big niggas to cash app you that shit. Like, you're doing that in this kind of simp trick ass environment. And trust me, Ghetto Gaggers have existed for a minute now. Ghetto Gaggers existed pre-pandemic. So it ain't like, oh, women need to be struggling in order to go to that site. To a lot of women see that as a rites of passage because you don't have to go through them to get on in the porn industry. You don't. That's some shit where you doing the most. And by the way, everybody wants to say how disgusting that is, which it is. What about that white bitch that pissed on that dude? Did a squat and basically did a strong piss on that dude. Like she had a lot, like she was very hydrated. And by the way, that dude, don't even get me started on that dude. That dude thank God that dude was white. And he volunteered to do that. So he's just as bad as her. In my opinion, honestly, he's a little bit worse. And now she wants to talk about what she regret. I'm like, if her career isn't ruined doing that, then I don't know. I saw a screenshot, and you can tell with the screenshot that was a strong piss. Now, everybody, Edward Anderson, yet them brothers know once black women go white, she can't come back to black men. That's actually not true. Black women can't come back to black men once they have a child, once they have as David Carroll would say, a mongrel baby. And the white dude ain't gonna keep the kid. Generally, it goes on black women. BGS has talked about that. But if these women, a lot of these women are fucking black, white, non-black dudes on the low. You just don't know about it because are you really gonna care if you're getting sexual access? It's not how that rolls. But my point, yeah, it's been out for a minute, Prime. And so my point is, with the set the record straight, is a lot of what it depends on who you talking to. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers, all they do is run streams doing bullshit. But there's a lot of people that actually try to drive a point home. And they try to add to kind of the chorus of conversation and keep the chorus quality. I consider myself one of those people, and I know he wasn't talking about me, but I'm just saying there's a purpose. Now the problem is how the audience absorbs it, and that's really what Ramil was speaking on. A lot of you niggas take what we say and you all listen to it through the filter of your own feels. So a lot of you niggas hope shit get bad that women come back to the table. But my question is, do you really want women to come back to the table in that circumstance? Because once the shit gets better, they're gonna bounce on your ass again. And by then, you're already plugged, you're already fucked because you're committed. And this has to do with the fact that you all can't let, it's not about, oh, don't date black women, date other women. Because I'm the same nigga that tells you all don't go red pill for black women to only be blue pill for white women. That's how you wind up like Paul George. That's how you wind up like Drake. That's how you wind up like Tim Duncan. Hell, shit, we'll throw Cameron Garnett in there with Dominican. That's how you wind up like that. There is no one size fits all solution. And so when you all hope these chicks, some of you all are hoping, and you hear it, there you all are hoping these chicks change, or you think you can shame them into changing. What Ramil is telling you all is that's a waste of motherfucking time. You need to operate like men. The black men need to operate like Mandalorians in the old republic. Y'all need to operate like y'all need to be mercenaries. Y'all need to do what's in your best interest and deal with like-minded people that's in your best interest. Well, we can deal with dudes of any race. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you should also understand that there's strength in numbers. And those black men do need to start to develop. There's one thing that gangbangers understand is a sense of tribe. I'll give them that. And so it's not just about, you don't want to be the only black dude in a room. Like, I mean, like, and when I say in a room, what I mean is you're the only black dude always. Always. And you have nowhere to go to like change that. Because understand, when you stop being useful, you won't be there. And a lot of dudes get too comfortable in situations like that. Ramil is right. But I'm just giving a different angle on it. Because Grinch has said the same thing. So a lot of y'all are hoping. Like, it's not, I don't have this thing where if you're a black woman, I automatically have all of these like things that I'm automatically thinking. That's not how I think. And most people will see that. Now, when you start going into the same pattern of a typical black bitch, then yeah, you're gonna get put in that group. That just is what that is. If you're acting a certain type of way, you're gonna get treated. That's regardless if you black, white, or otherwise. And that's true for the dudes too. I mean, I was on Bernard's panel, and I'm not even gonna pull it up on him because I'm not trying to jump on chaos like that. But this nigga talk about, yeah, man, black men, they be whooping on black women, and they get away with beating up on black women more than white men can beat up black women. Like, black men can beat up on white women. I'm like, nigga, you're dumb. You're stupid. Like, are you serious? And I didn't even want to blow up the panel, but I'm like, dude, like nobody was really taking that even saying. He kept on doubling, triple, and he told, yeah, man, I'm in Ohio. I mean, Ohio isn't the most impoverished state, but Ohio, you dealing with a lot of low class motherfuckers. Low class bitches, low class niggas, whether they're white women or non-black women. You dealing a lot of the Appalachian white trash type. So you gonna get that. So trust me, the ass whoopings are going around. And then you gonna talk about, yeah, man, I was in a Cuyahoga court system. Well, of course you're gonna have a bent view. All you seeing is crime. So of course you're gonna think that way. And then like y'all are really out here. You got Rittenhouse who basically just pulled up with a AR-15 and then literally got off. And y'all really talking about, yeah, man, on a one-on-one fight. You know, these white boys ain't gonna do shit. They don't need to do shit. All they need to do is call the cops on your ass. What are you talking about? And this is like so some of the shit he was saying, and I hate to say it, it's the typical shit that Ohio niggas you know, I'm like, come on. And part of it is I don't want to be an asshole because I'm not trying to be the type of nigga like, okay, if you don't know, if you're not like where I am, because I'm not like, I don't know everything. So it's like, if you have I'm trying to get better about people that have a difference of opinion and me not just completely like collapsing on people, with that shit. But some of these niggas, I be like, God damn, y'all need to really replay some of the shit y'all saying. That like, cause I'm like the shit y'all saying, I'm like, wow. Like, wow, y'all are wilding out. Y'all are doing the most. And it's like, and it's like, God damn, where the fuck are you getting this from? And these motherfuckers really think they saying some shit. And I know I'm not just being like some fucking red pill elitist or some shit. I'm Cleveland, which is Cuyahoga County. He is like, yeah, man. Them, trust me, them white boys. And this is how I know, like Kevin. Shout out to nobody who sent the $10 cash out. Make sure you support. Let me tell you something. Them white boys in Ohio, they don't care. They will call you a nigger to your face, nigga. I know cousins that were on the same basketball team as white people. They think calling you a nigger is like me calling another dude a bitch ass nigga. As if my bad, I was on one. And you be on the same fucking team. I know some of them motherfuckers that was called a nigger ain't even fought a white dude. White dude that said that. Shout out to JC with $20. But yeah, because that's part of growing is you're gonna deal with other people. So you gotta be able to address that without really like I don't want to ever seem like I'm trying to belittle somebody. That is one thing for me to go hard on a point, but I really don't want to. I'm not in the business of wanting to belittle anybody, whether it's male or female. Now, if you come in bad faith, then that's different because you knowingly lying. Yeah, I dropped the link so we can have a conversation. But that's what we do here. Like, we setting the record straight. Because the truth is, if you didn't have niggas talking this shit in this space, these women would be just straight up lying. That's all they would do is lie. I mean, half the shit they saying is straight up lies today. You let them say it, black men are the scum of the earth. And I'm like, okay, well, why you keep having sex with them? Well, yeah, because it's like all these niggas y'all having kids with are just the worst. But we're supposed to forget that you choosing them as if you're being assigned to do. Never happened, and I play in the country rural parts. I don't know what you're talking about, NBA fan, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Like I said, in Portage County, and I'm talking about like in the early 2000s, like early 2000s, like 99 2000. Don't be trying to no. And I'm shit. Ohio's a big state, so motherfuckers are trying to play. So shout out to Son is a hot rod with $10, I think, British pounds. In a one-on-one fight, these white boys ain't gonna do shit. And you know how many videos I've seen of white boys beat the brakes off black men with that jiu-jitsu MMA shit. What I'm saying is they don't need to do shit because they got the police that can fucking shoot your ass on sight, damn near. That's what I'm saying, and a lot of y'all don't understand that. This is where black men gotta kind of come off they bullshit a little bit and start recognizing. I'm not saying you should move in fear, but don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't let your testosterone get you killed. Because a lot of y'all are big on that shit. Y'all will have these like testosterone like floods or surges, and some of y'all just be talking stupid. And this is where what I was talking about with BGS, where This is what one of the things I'll talk about too, where everybody will, because when we'll talk about height, we'll talk some of y'all niggas that be like five, like 6'2", 6'3". Y'all be living, y'all don't have the same kind. Y'all, I don't need that kind of situational awareness because I don't activate people's threat level like that. So I can move under the radar. There's a lot of things I can get away with that y'all can't because I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna hit the stereotypical check boxes like that. And this is not, and Glendon's 6'2", so this is not to say that y'all gotta be hyper aware. But my point is, and you know, Fantastic 6'5", but some of y'all, it's like y'all think y'all are targeted for a lot of different reasons, and y'all be acting like y'all don't understand that. And it's like, look, that ain't my problem. I point it out because I'm not trying to have motherfuckers get fucked up. But and trust me, a lot of my family members are tall or taller. We'll say that. I don't come from technically a short family. I just got fucked. Anyway, yeah, that testosterone surge. You want to know what testosterone surge is? Go listen to Platinum Elites, that motivational video he had. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good video. I'm not gonna front, but that's what a testosterone. Yeah, nigga, I'll get that pussy, nigga. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck it, just fuck these bitches, nigga. And then you got that background music in the back. I'm like, I know you niggas, man. Man, please. Most of them white boys ain't in UFC like that. That ain't the majority. But I will say that black men have we've been getting our ass whooped lately in these professional sports and need to get our shit together, particularly in boxing. Ain't no niggas leaving YouTube. Some of these niggas will leave YouTube, but they still on Patreon. Most of these niggas is making some real money on YouTube, ain't leaving it. Because they ain't got nowhere else to go. Ramil's an exception to that rule. Other than that, they bullshitting. And let them leave. Shit. Folks will hold down the fort. Single mother has made well, I won't say all that, but I mean there is something to be said with that. I wouldn't say they taking over the NBA, but let's just say folks need to be concerned about market share. Hartfield, folks need to be worried about market share, and don't think that that's not a long term plan. Them putting NBA in Africa in order to be able to better mine those kids. They gonna start doing doing what they do with the Hispanics in baseball. They gonna start doing it in the United States. See, this is the type of shit we need to pay attention to, but we can't pay attention to shit because we too busy. We can't get past the bullshit in our own community. Well, the problem is, again, like that got prolonged gynocratic exposure has its effects. I mean, African American excellence has really been really fucked with because everything is fake now. You saw that with the Sha'Carri situation. Everything it's not about really being good. It's really just about how much promotion you can get. Yeah, I know they built it. No, they've built it, but it ain't really developed. It's designed to be able to mine those guys so they can get those guys so they can charge less prices. That's what it's really designed to do. But people don't think that way because again, you can't think past the bitch. And this is what Ramil was talking about when he comes to power and stuff. But black men can't think about that because black men can't really get past pussy. And it's not just about pussy, it's about the need for that woman to validate you. Like a lot of y'all need that shit. Y'all need that black woman to validate you. And some of that is unhealthy. You supposed to do what the fuck you supposed to do, and women, regardless of race or whatever, you get the validation there. But it's like y'all want that black female validation, because y'all been socialized to look for their approval, and that's a problem because because you out because that puts them in the driver's seat. That's the point. So again, when we talk about a lot of these things, I don't say the shit that I say with the intention of hoping women change. I'm gonna call shit the way I'm gonna call shit. Shout out to Harambe with mixed black men are taking over sports. SYSBM non-black women allow men to raise their children minus all the extra effery. Yeah, and I wouldn't say mixed black men are taking over sports, but it is increasing, and it is starting to be noticeable. I wouldn't say taking over. Like it's, it's a minute from getting to that point, but um, you're starting to see kind of the trickle effects of some of this shit. Why people have got their head in their ass, like shit can't change. So I don't do these videos with the attention of hoping that women will change, because at the end of the day, I'm always going to gravitate towards the females that got some act right about them anyway. That includes black women. That includes black women. I'm not gonna be out here. A lot of y'all have been in the same fucking county too long. Y'all have been in the same fucking location. Y'all been in the same location y'all was born. Like y'all was born, and all y'all know is these bitches from high school. Y'all don't know nothing else. So everything y'all talking about is from that perspective. Or if you have left, you gravitate towards that shit. That's a problem. Like I said, I got the link in the thing. If anybody want to come up and ask me some questions, they can. No, not as bad, son, as a hot rod. It's not as bad as what like a lot of dudes they bank it, like they do. Too many dudes are trying to run on raw talent, and you've been terraformed, like outside of sports. That shit ain't gonna fly. That shit flies with sports, and but that shit ain't gonna fly everywhere. And most black men, I'm not, take the professional sports out of it, even the NBA, even like playing professional basketball, but you're not playing in the NBA. I mean, it ain't the same thing. It's not the same thing. It ain't that many people. It's not. I don't give a damn what he claims. I mean, I don't give a damn what he claims. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Ed?
Yeah, nothing much. I
Hold on, let
mean,
me turn off
I
my
don't give a damn
YouTube.
what he claims. You're talking about who Giannis claim. I mean, you know what that nigga is when you look at him. So
Yeah,
that's
my question is, do you think black is evolving to become more of a cultural thing and less of a race thing?
hold on. So anyway, you said not. I wouldn't say that. I mean, black is always going to be in the United States of America. Black is always going to be a class distinction. That's
Mm,
always go, because that's officially what it is. Now, as far as culturally, that's always been the case. I mean, you see where rock is, even though black people technically came up with rock too. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, that this stuff is always in motion. So
mm,
when you but that's been going on for a minute. Like when Hispanic bitches think they can say nigga, the
yeah.
Hispanics will say nigga, whether they're male or female in the West Coast. That's the regionally that stuff has always been the case, because a lot of this stuff is urban life mindset. Is urban
Mm,
mindsets are low class mindsets, and then hip hop is usually the representative of that. Like all that kind of gets under the umbrella to what delusion. So it's not so much it's evolving into that. You have people that can plug into hip hop and not think hip hop is, they're not a zealot, they're not an orthodox, they don't take that as a way of living.
mm-hmm.
They see it as music or as dance or as art. They know how to put the shit down, have fun with it, and that's it. Other people don't know how to do that if that's what you were born into, and that's men and women.
Yeah, I could definitely see that because as far as what you said, that it's always changing. because I do remember there being more barriers to the culture, just like even 10, 20 years ago. It seems
What
like now, people can
what
just put on
what
costumes.
motherfuckers want to be validated. The problem with the reason why that is now versus then is because they didn't know what people back then. People wouldn't accept certain things.
Hmm.
Okay, people accept anything now that you put them in front of them. We're post Eminem. We're post Iggy Azalea. I mean, you can put trash in front of them and they accept it because that's where the people are now. It's all
Yeah,
about popularity. It's not about being good. Some people are good. It's the same thing with R&B. And then on top of that, people want to be liked. Black people have this need for validation. We get this from the bitches. They want to be included. And so hip hop, and that's true for Ados, Don Ados, that's true for race, interracial, racially, you know. We just don't think of this is our money and we're gonna maximize it. We don't think
right.
that way, and you see that in how we spend money as a group. Because we got this morality thing, and that's another thing Ramil was talking about. We got this morality thing where we think if we do right by others gonna do right by us. We forget we're in competition. Other groups are thinking competition. Other groups are thinking elevation. We thinking, oh well, if we do the right thing, that's that
Yeah,
Nat Turner bullshit. That's really what that is. And you got dudes, and dudes apply that to their own women. If I do right by her, she'll do right. No, because these chicks don't appreciate that no more. They don't, for the most part, because they think it's assumed. They think they're owed. You got a video O'Shea did with just 30 minutes ago with Umar talking about successful black men owe black women their devotion. Why? Like when black women have to earn that from those individual guys. I don't see these motherfuckers like I don't see like niggas that got like, let's say if you a millionaire or 2-3 million. I don't see women that are like nines and tens just begging to be with them niggas. They act
no.
like you supposed to chase them like a nigga making 50. Or if you do get with them, they get used to you and then they start acting like Jada because it ain't you no more.
Right.
The only thing successful black men owe black black women is a hard phallus and some bubble gum.
Well, at the end of the day, you have to ask people what, like, the thing is, what is your agenda and how, as a woman, you fit into it. Now, if you're a black man, most black men would like all things being equal, their grandkids to look like them, or as close to them as possible. Most people want that. I don't consider that racist. That's a part of your lineage, that's part of your legacy,
That's
all of
biological.
that. Absolutely. And so the problem is though, what are you willing to sacrifice for that? I'm not going to sacrifice my life as far as me living a horrible quality of life or a stressful life because I'm dealing with a female that's fucking ungrateful. Or the truth is, if you got enough money, you could just get the kid and pay with the kid and then keep the, I ain't saying get rid of the bitch, but I mean like shit, place with a fucking nanny or something. But my point is, the women have to say, okay, where do I come in with that? But they don't think that way because they're taught not to.
and
They
and
always,
and more so they
yeah,
don't care. I don't think they care. I think
they don't.
like Darth Sidious, he said, "Your arrogance blinds you." He said that to Yoda. It's like with the Jedi Council, like they're at a point, almost like the Jedi Council. They know that the Sith is there, right? They know the Sith can be the analogy to the issue. It's like the Jedi. They knew the Sith was there, but they didn't. They feel like, oh, we're at a standpoint in time where it's like, what possibly could go wrong, and it's like a correction, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. I already told my mom I took a utilitarian approach. All I need is just one kid. I just need one son. After that, I'm done with dating. I wouldn't. I wouldn't even bother anymore at this point because I'm in my late 20s technically, and it's like it's only gonna get worse. you know, like if I'm 27 and like you got the Brittany Renners out here like 29. I guess I know that's an outlier, but it's like
Not
it's
really. That's an outlier as far as the success she's had with the bullshit. That's not an outlier as far as mentality.
exactly. So with that being said, is like anybody that's listening to me now, like you imagine you're my age if you're born in the 90s or the late 80s, like millennials. Imagine like 10 years from now, these women are only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. People are assuming that Kevin Samuels is like Neo, like he's going to give women a change of heart. It's like you're
No,
fooling yourself. It's not. It's just going
no.
to get worse. I
Yeah,
just
and
appreciate the fact that Kevin is there to make sure men are cognizant of what's going on. You can't say you never knew. You know.
Yeah, and that's number one. And you can't. And then this thing where people trying to keep this shit in the box or in the bottle to keep the lies going. That's where that gets shut down. So when dudes do start spit, so see, here's the thing why Kevin's important, because when disease do emerge and start doing what they're doing, people can't lie and start playing like we don't know why these guys did this. We love
Oh
them
yeah.
all that. Why do they just hate black women? They can't say that because all this conversation's already been had. And now
He's
it's
the
starting to get in the mainstream. You can't just delete it from YouTube and pretend it never happened.
he's like Samuel. He's like Noah, being a prophet. I saw somebody, they were like, why is
I won't say all that. I mean, y'all start
so
using words like probably it would be like, you gotta remember who's listening.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's a sign of the times. Like I'll put it this way: he's prophetic in that he's just listing out the itinerary of what's going on, and he's telling women like, "Hey, this is where your future is very bleak. You're creating a dystopia, and you have the power to change the paradigm, but that's up to you."
Well,
And
it,
I just
it's
want
a
men to absorb that, and then to
yeah,
see, okay, these, you know what I mean?
but like word and see, this is why like one of the things, and I get it. I'm not trying to tell you how to talk, but one of the things I always tell dudes is get away from the magical language. Like I get the prophetic, but at the end of the day, Kevin is like a manager in a business. You put inputs, process, outputs. Like my favorite show, The Profit. Oh God, literally, as I'm telling you, not to say it, but it's about profit. PROFIT. It's like a play on the word. It's by a dude, a Lebanese dude by the name of Marcus Lemonis. He's the CEO and owner of Camping World. He's on CNBC. Great show. It's like 7 seasons. Great show. Especially if you like Shark Tank, you'll like this, because this is like after they negotiate the deal. Like actually, how do you change the business to where you scale it up, make money? Point. It's been around years now. Okay. So one of the things he breaks down is how he viewed businesses. So the average person that doesn't know shit about business can understand that. He said, I look at business three ways, three vectors: people, people, process, and product. So the people are basically, the employees, the management. Mainly, when you see that, he never blames the employees. He usually blames the management. So it's like the top people in whatever firm, and that's what you see in the show as far as the drama, as far as how they hype it up, like where they get fired is funny. You got people that they say they're sales managers, they these positions, but you can really tell they're not really doing those positions. They were kind of just put on,
Hmm.
and then the process is like how you make it, how you sell it, the systematic stuff, how you package it, whatever, depending on what it is. And then a product is the actual like product. Right. The actual product, how it looks, how it's packaged, that sort of thing. And so Kevin is a sales guy. He looks at the same, he looks at um the community, all that from the same basic stuff. It's not prophecy. It's just like how it wasn't prophecy when a Monahan report said it. It's data, inputs, outcome, process, outputs. The outputs are outcomes. The women are complaining about outcomes. Kevin's telling them about their inputs and their mindset, which is the process, the culture, all that. That's it. When we make shit like holier than thou, where we get like, whether it's Christianity or whatever, it's like that's entering into the realm of the chick. And the reality is it really gets very basic. You gonna do what the fuck you gonna do. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm gonna do what's in my best interest. And what
Absolutely.
what happens is you got too many niggas that they use things like hope and shit in order to justify. They got undealt with, just like when Will Smith, he said my dad used to whoop my mom's ass. So now he believes he should take all that bullshit from Jada for that. Congratulations, you fucked up your kids.
Isn't
Why?
that what Kevin said? Like he said, Gen X black men have to have has had to labor the sins of all the other
But they
generations of other
chose that.
black men.
They chose that though.
Right.
And to be fair, so they may not have understood the depths of that choice. I
Yeah, they
may
gaslighted themselves.
Yeah, like, and they were gaslit to a certain extent, but yeah, you're right, they did gaslight themselves. And then, but ultimately, what we won't do that some of the extras are doing that you don't see millennials doing is we're not going to tell these guys, we're not going to lie to these guys for the race. We're not. That's done. The extras kind of were the main transition out of that, but that's one thing. The millennials are the first generation. We're not lying now. Whether we still talking to black women, we're still having a conversation. But we're not lying to the
guilt
next
is slowly
generation.
shading away. Yeah.
But what I'm saying, one thing we started top down is we're not lying. Like that, we're like oldest millennials now are like 41, 42. We're not lying to the Z's. We're not guilting the Z's. We're not shaming the Z's. We're not doing that. That's on y'all. Y'all gonna have to fix y'all product. And you got some people, they'll pay some lip service to it a little bit, but even them, they still talking on both sides of it, or they end up sounding stupid. Yeah, we're not lying to them, and it's not. And when I say lying to them, what does that mean? It means, there's some sisters out here, but I'm gonna tell you, it's about 1 in 5. And that's it before I really start cutting down.
That's generous.
What about these niggas? What about, you're right. There's a lot of niggas that ain't shit. Only 25% of black men, all black men. When I say 25% of black men make 50K, that's 25% of black men that are employed. All black men are not employed. But see, at the end of the day, you're not picking on stuff like that. You're picking on looks. Well, it doesn't matter. You can pick for what you want to pick. The point is, we're here because you're mad about the outcomes. I'm here because I'm tired of you throwing my name under the bus. Black men got to be seen as we're bad fathers, we're bad this, we're bad this, because the niggas you fucking ain't doing what you want. Say what you want to about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner was specific. These athletes are dumb. That she said who the fuck she was fucking with.
Yep.
And when people go back and they get so mad at Kevin again, Kevin talked to Blue Jasmine. I mean, what the fuck? Like these men, you giving her credibility. Kevin is not the first nigga to talk to these motherfuckers. But
Let me say this thing,
gonna be mad.
I don't always. Of course, you're not gonna always agree with everything somebody says. But Kevin was Kevin is when Obsidian says he's a saint. He's a saint. Because to me, I didn't see why he should explain himself as to why he had the interview with Brittany Renner. Like, don't you know how many people have to look at people, for example, as controversial as he is, people interview R. Kelly, people interview Ted Bundy, people interview Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, if you want the news, you want the news. Like, why? I don't get why dudes expect somebody to be emotional. Like, this
because nobody has made yet to really make a valid point in that, other than some clout say some bullshit. The truth is, Kevin probably would have interviewed Six the God and said she not acting stupid. Six the Goddess got mad because somebody put an article out there talking about they were dating, and then she got scared and she went to, and I'm not even trying to talk shit. I'm just saying she got scared and she completely cut ties, through him under the butt.
And I know she disagreed with that. What she should have done is address that and be professional about it and address and say, that was liable, and that she's gonna get her lawyers or something. Like, that's what she could have done. She could have put out a video saying this is not true.
Because they're gonna dare her to do it. Like, you dealing with stuff like media takeout or those stuff, that shit, they'll be like, look, we get sued all the time. But my point is, I mean, it was what it was. And so, dude, I mean, people are getting real emotional. I mean, he is like the argument is that he's giving her credibility. Let me be clear here. Brittany Renner is known who she is. Any dude that messes with her, that's on them. They're not gonna mess with, like, dudes are like, what do you think is gonna happen? Oh, Brittany Renner had an excellent podcast because Kevin Samuels gave her credibility. Like, what are you talking about?
I would like to ask the dudes that feel as though he's giving them credibility. If he were to interview a Superhead or Amber Rose, is he giving them credibility? Their credibility is already established.
In their mind, yes. Like, and my thing is, Kevin, look, you think Kevin wouldn't interview Shahrazad Ali? Kevin would interview a lot of people.
Kevin won't interview anybody because that's what it is. He's in it for. When I say he's in it for the money, I don't mean that disparagingly. Like, what's wrong with that? Like,
I would play devil's advocate though. I will play devil's advocate and say the only other side I understand. This is the only time I understand where the criticism is coming from, is because even like where Ramil spoke on, it's like you're trying to teach these broads something that they don't want to be taught. It's like Brittany Renner was doing a lot of head nodding and a lot of agreeing, but let's keep it a stat. She wasn't. There's a difference between an interview, like I'm asking you questions just to get like the feedback, and then it's like, I'm giving you this lesson on Black culture. She's not really gonna take it in.
It doesn't mean you don't. Hold on. Time. It doesn't mean you don't say it. So what's the alternative? The alternative is just don't say nothing. Just be quiet and just be in your own little corner. Like, and this is where it comes to like building something, you know. And this is Glennon been completely collapsing on something. Like Glennon actually has been doing some really good videos going into details on some of the goofy shit, and a lot of that shit he talk about is black men. And some of the goofy shit some niggas are doing with these cars. I mean, real detail, and it's not just the women; it's bitches too doing it.
But I don't know.
Black men are. But the thing about it is, yes, you can have that as a criticism, sure, but to the point where it's like it's kind of like, look, man, you teaching these hoes, but Ramil is not against Kevin like running his shit the way he chooses to run it.
Right. I see that.
The difference. He's talking outside of that, because the difference is Kevin knows the difference. A lot of these niggas don't, and the truth is, what I would say is, the niggas, you got dudes, it don't matter what you say about marriage, they want to be married. And you got to let dudes make that mistake on their own. It's the same thing with dudes that want to believe that, oh, it's a lot of great women out here, you just got to alpha your way through it. I'm talking about black women. Because a lot of black women, right? And they think, and when I say that, what I mean is they think they can. This is what I want to be very clear on what I mean, because it'll sound like, oh, you said all black women bad. You cannot change the nature of a female.
You can't change the nature of a person.
Like, and that's what he meant when he said, you know, you're trying to teach these hoes. Kevin's doing that for the audience as well. So he's saying what he's saying, and then they're responding for the audience to consume it. Kevin's, when you debate, you don't debate to change the person's opinion. You debate to win from the judges and the audience point of view. But see, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, technically, you think Jason Black tries to change these motherfuckers when he talks to them? He pretty much tells you who the fuck you are coming in the door. And then the whole conversation is about him validating what he thought about you, really. And so and at the end of the day, man, it's like, what do you look for? Your job is to put yourself in position that you can write your own ticket. The end. And what Ramil was saying too. Well, average people can't write their own ticket. Average people get what they get the scraps, as Jason Black would say. They don't get the lean cuts. So as a man, and make no mistake, being in the top 25 is only $50,000. The top 25% of black men. Being in the top 1% of America is, I think, being worth $488,000. If you're worth 480, it's a chart that I got, and I need to find it, where it says, what does it take to be in the 1% of like different countries? And you'd be surprised. And by the way, that's in the top 25, the top 25% of black men that are employed. That's not the top 25% of all black men.
And that's something I wanted to ask you a question about. I mentioned it earlier about like the genetic history of African Americans, and I'll get you a response. I have to head out, but I'm noticing like there's a change in, number one, like how are we going about how black men in particular are being seen. And even though we see a lot of sisters that are more visual, it's like they don't care about the man's mental character, where the man, like how the man thinks.
That's nothing to do with genetics. That's everything to do with two things: socialization and being in an impoverished environment. The end. Yep. We like to make like that genetic argument is an IQ argument. It has everything to do with socialization. Like for some reason, and the reason why black people don't like to take socialization seriously is because we believe you can always overcome that if you just try hard enough, versus genetics. That's a bigger explainer as to why this stuff is so systemic. No, it's all socialization. It's all environment and socialization in the end. You take any of these motherfuckers before their formative years and you put them somewhere else, they get completely different results.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying that.
I'm saying it for the audience. So I'm answering your question. Yeah, I'm not like coming at you. I'm answering your question. It's because I've heard other people kind of allude to that too. It's also, this is why black conservatives always talk about IQ. I talk about it just to piss people off. But real talk, it's all socialization. You know, the women do what they do because socialization, because the environment. The environment dictates they need to appropriate as much as possible because they're in the hazardous environment. And then the socialization is the feminist programming, the carnal behavior. That's all socialization.
Who is it that made the question? What's your name?
You can call me Vince. Yep.
Vince. Yeah. So yeah, I've been fascinated by the phenomenon as well, because I'm thinking to myself, how is it that the fair of our gender can be like so atavistic or carnal, and that they're looking more so for traits that a man would. It's like their mating preferences is that of the taste of a man. You know what I mean? It's like, and I feel as though in a way, I hate to say it, but it's like black women are breeding out the intelligence in the community.
Well, and that's sort of the same argument that was made for the colorism, advocates of saying, if black men are having children with these mixed race women, what other genes are we introducing into what we call the black populace? And, it's like, when you look at someone who, who's predominantly from West Africa or from that gene pool that we come from, where people are 6'2", they're darker skinned, and then we come here where everyone's a little bit mixed up over the years. What is that creating? And I'm not just saying that I think the genetic part is like what's visible, like what we can see. We're not factoring in the stuff that we can't see, like in terms of, just everything from diseases and diabetes. I remember listening years ago to Corey Holcomb about one of his engineers, where he said, hey, I just wanted to meet my dad because I just needed some genetic history. What we're having a bunch of people walking around here who don't know what's wrong with them or what's right with them. And that's factoring into how the next generation gets born, because if you don't know who your granddad is or what kind of ailment he has, that could factor into a bunch of things that could affect your life. That's sort of the what my thought process is. It's like, I see even in with the relatives I had with different dads. Like one kid would be like 6'2" and robust, and his metabolism would be strong. And then the other kid would be like 5'6", shorter, his metabolism would be slow. And yeah, that could vary within various different parents.
Yeah.
But that's factoring into what I'm seeing in terms of black folks. To saying like 50, 60, 70 years down the line, what's going to happen? You got a bunch of,
50, 60 years down the line is going to look like a little black Brazil.
It is, but it's going to be like some. It ain't saying the South to you is bad. They got a culture, but it's going to be and it's going to be classes, because this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to see intermixing amongst people in the higher classes, and you may see it's going to be like a mulatto class. Like it's going to be a mulatto class, and it's going to be cemented, because you already see it right now with these alpha. These motherfuckers can't read. And then these women are going to deal with these niggas, and that shit ain't going to be important. Everybody, like the women get dumber. See, here's the thing. The daughters of the women picking dumbass niggas for kids creates dumber daughters, which is going to create dumber, who's going to be sexually attracted to dumber niggas. Because of the socialization, because there's nothing that's really dealing with that socialization. Because you look at the schools being fucked up, constantly fucked up. It's not about capacity. That sexual shit, and that's what it is. And it ain't. It's the reason why, because women don't deal with the impacts until later on. They get too many incentives to just have kids. See, people in other races, that class fall shit is bad, because you start burdening your family with that shit. Right. So there's incentives to control that shit, and it's shame that there is none, because the government has taken on a lot of the burden and tried to cart that shit to men in a lot of ways, where the family would be burdened behind a woman just being a renegade with her pussy like that.
I'm gonna make a side point, and just towards what you were hinting at, Vince. Why do you think we're compared to, like, because I'm technically a younger millennial, Edward is like an older millennial, like, compared to from the Gen X to our generation to like the younger generation, you notice the speech patterns and the speech inflections.
Yeah.
A lot of I'm not gonna lie. Like, think about it this way, for example. I would look at interviews from rappers, like, okay, rappers are considered like, oh, hip, edgy. They're not gonna use they're gonna use slang or whatnot. But if you ever notice, like, when rappers back in the day, for example, a Nas or Method Man or a RZA, like the way they will articulate themselves, even though it was some kind of slang, you could still understand what they were saying. These dudes nowadays, it sounds like they're like,
yeah, because they
so
pick them like porn stars. They
and
pick them
too.
so they can control them and run them. They're actually picking dumbass dudes because even up until the 2000s when you had Ludacris and all of them, look at what they've done. Businesses, all of that, Nelly, all of that. They flipped their stuff, and even some of the like Chamillionaire, even Lil Flip, a lot of them that you're not as known. As far as what Georgia Boy said, they have dumb kids. It's not that their kids are dumb. It's more so there is nowhere where they're actually getting mentally stimulated. Like there's a video that I'm gonna share of Glennon where Glennon goes really deep into this. He talked about Obama's obviously smarter than George W. Bush, but George W. Bush has more money. Why? Because it's environment. Period. That's that period. And so and they did a study of kids with high IQs. Your environment matters. So, and this is why when black people like to talk about IQ, yes, that matters, but that's not the only thing. So I get, because it sounded like I was saying what Georgia Boy was saying, and that's why he responded with that. But I'm saying that is really what makes them dumb is really not that they're dumb. It makes them dumb if both of their fucking parents are dumb. Because
there's no nothing that sustains or fosters their creativity or intelligence. Even if you have a kid that's fairly bright, there's nothing that's going to foster the kid to be advanced or to progress. Yeah, go ahead.
But a lack of focus, George was talking about lack of focus in education areas. But understand something, you live in a fucking information age now. Like there's you got like even in the poor areas of America is way richer than areas in other parts in the country like Nigeria and shit like that. In the developing world, you can get an iPad. There's a lot of things you can get here you can't get in those other places as easily. So that's bullshit.
I'm sorry to say that,
that's a choice. It's the ideology that's associated with the poverty. Because again, you're not in real poverty. You're in this kind of phantom poverty. It's kind of hyper. You feel you are in poverty because you don't have what other people that's presented on your phone has. That's what poverty is to you.
As long as you have a smartphone, you got a chance. You could download Udemy, learn. Your child could learn coding. The fact is that black people are socialized to. Yeah,
but most people are actually looking for the total package, and that's like part of it. I remember years ago with Pat Buchanan writing a book,
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just Georgia Boy, which is why I said they're fucking parents. Of course, an 8-year-old doesn't know how to educate themselves and so their parents being done. Like, come on, man, you need. Oh my God, Georgia Boy, love me. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna stop.
But it's like when you look at most societies, when you look at the people who are rich and powerful, they tend to, even on the surface, have it. They getting like better. When you see like when I say better, I mean they get taller. Their faces symmetry increases. They have access to all of the education, so they can exploit the education more. And what I'm saying is, we don't want to degenerate, and that's something that we have to pay attention to.
Yeah. Again, the reason why I keep pushing against that is because, like, technically, that's not actually true. Black people genetically, when you look at physical traits, are superior to a lot of these people. The problem is your economic environment is fucked. Your literally your eco environment is fucked with environmental racism, pollution, all that other shit. Then your social and cultural environment is fucked. See, black people will hear genetics and only focus on that. And then, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about in general. See, the reason why I push back on certain things because I know what motherfuckers hold on to.
Yeah,
they will hold on to certain things and completely discount other stuff in the pie chart when that stuff is important. I'll give you a perfect example. One of the best decisions my mom ever made was move. Look, I like Chicago, but one of the best decisions my mom ever made was move from Chicago to North Carolina. Like, we're talking about fresh air. Because we know Chicago is money. And I'm talking, because even though it's better schools, you're talking about because certain areas have eras where their schools are better in certain situations than others, depending on what that political environment was. Because the area I was in was a rapidly developing and growing area, and it already had like Research Triangle Park and all of that. You had schools being built out the yin, all of that. So, and then we're not just talking about better schools because people say better schools. Like, you had year-round school, we had experimental blocks technology, you had information technology stuff in some of these old traditional schools. And we're talking about like in I went to school from 2001 to 2005. So we're talking about when that stuff was right on the cusp of a lot of that stuff. You know, this is stuff that people don't think about, and they just think about having kids. Anyway, my point is that one move made all that. We're not, and by the way, we're not even talking about, you know, if you got a house at that time, what these houses are worth now compared to back then. So you're talking about stuff that's in your family can be passed down that you draw from. We're not even talking about, and on top of that, North Carolina is much less cost of living. Now, my mom didn't know a whole bunch of shit about North Carolina like that. Honestly, I think she threw a fucking dart in the
Hail
fucking
Mary?
map. I won't say that she wouldn't have went that far south, but whatever. But the point is, I'm not gonna say, you know, credit is credit. And even, I had a stepdad at the time too, so he was able to do the Pepsi Cola bullshit and stuff like that, which was rapidly growing all that. So my point is, all that stuff matters, and even the people, the kids you're around matters. You know, if you're around a whole bunch of urban people that think like you, all that, you're gonna be more likely to turn out a certain type of way. But these are things that you can tell people with kids don't think about, because again, they start to feel guilty about what they can't do. See, now you got things like online school. You got a lot of different stuff if you actually tap into it, or you gotta look at how these kids are being created in the first place. Niggas are having oops babies because it's really these hoes choosing to create babies over some emotional shit, and then they want everybody else, mainly the dude, to basically clean up the mess they decide they want to make. That's why when the real Dana was talking about, oh, if you a man and you making babies, men don't make babies, because men cannot force women to have children, and women can they don't even need an abortion, they just need a more than after pill. So we need to cut the bullshit about men are not making babies, because men have no choice whether these babies get born or not. Men are fucking. But if men could fuck a whole bunch of dudes and I mean not dudes, you get what I'm saying, women, and if they don't want to have a kid, they want to have a kid. And this goes, and then this is why I'll validate your genetic argument, is if you a dude that's like you 6'2", 6'3", you could be a nigga that ain't shit. That don't mean or 6'4", that don't mean these bitches. That's why I call it genetic currency. Those beauty markers. And that's where you find a lot of black women choosing on. They have a right to choose on that. The problem is they want somebody to clean up they want somebody to clean up
the aftermath.
Or not even the aftermath, because I don't want to make it like choosing that in and of itself is bad. What they want is for somebody to cover. It's like they want, okay, let's say you get like Medicare, medical, right? And your medical shit don't cover everything, so you can get this like other coverage that covers things that are not covered. What they want is they want niggas that they felt were not worth, they weren't sexually voting for. They want them to come in and cover the shit that these niggas they normally went for weren't covering. Here's the thing. You're what you want to look for is balance. I'm not saying you don't look for the traits that are important for you, but you look for balance. Just like with a dude. Let's flip it. If a dude was out here looking only like saying I'm gonna marry a bitch with a fat ass and big titties, and that's all you're thinking about, when you really more of an ass man and titty man, so you probably got a chick with a decent cute face, ass, very cooperative. Don't get mad if you wind up like fucking Will Smith, because you had to have the shit you had to have, but you weren't thinking about the other shit. You was thinking about hardware, not software. You're not thinking about applications. And now your kids are fucked up. Now you like fucking Dwayne Wade's son. You know, and now you look it up like, what the fuck happened? You a dumbass nigga. And I can point that out in multiple bitches you've dealt with. You go from Gabrielle to the bitch that was crazy. The bitch they took their kids away from and gave you because she was so crazy.
Yeah.
That's a pattern. Anyway. Yeah. Shout out to Cornelius Bellamy. In other words, they want to practice their dual man. Yeah, they do. And I'd rather them be honest about that and cut the bullshit. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I was gonna tell GA boy. He said it's more so in the poor areas. I was like, well, that's no excuse, because now look at it. You have remote learning, and still, it's about the technical skills of the parents. If the parents don't have the technical skills to teach your children, like, there's no excuse for your child to be entering grade school and can't read. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's none. There's none. And I'm gonna tell you right now, straight up, Georgia boy, we're way past. We're like 10 years past giving a fuck. I don't get, like, people say, oh yeah, man, that's because they're poor. You're right. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. My mom, technically, even though my family doesn't come from like no money, I won't say that. Technically, you know, my mom want to do her own shit, so she goes to LA, has me, and we're on Greyhound bus going back to Chicago, from you know, 3 days, 3 nights in that fucking desert plateau bullshit. This is one of my earliest memories from Compton, all of that. We ain't had nothing because we got robbed. You know, luckily that's all that happened. And then she had to start over Chicago and North Carolina. My thing, because I'm one of these motherfuckers always got to move. My thing, and that's when we went to Ohio for a couple of years. Then North Carolina, we didn't go straight to North Carolina. She tried Ohio first, and that wasn't working. And I'm glad she got to fuck away from Ohio.
Isn't that something, Edward? All she needed to do was have a man acknowledge a man's
Oh, well, she's had a man. She's had a man. The
I know
problem
you told
is
me she got in arguments with him, and that's where you and your brother got separated. I know that. I remember that. I know that.
Well, yeah, and so yeah, it's a story. Yeah, so my point, the Georgia boy is people now more than ever. People don't give a fuck. People are gonna pretend like they give a fuck so they can extract money out of you, so they can extract attention out of you. But nobody really cares. All that bullshit about black people are poor, black people. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's the truth. Nobody gives a fuck.
And that's what all this stuff is supposed to solve. All this digital learning and all this other banking.
Exactly.
And crypto, it solves this poverty problem. So why you keep saying poverty?
you can say, I get it. I get what Georgia Boy is saying. He's channeling what a lot of people say. I get that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think, like, black people are real big on thinking, well, if I give a reason, that's running game. If I give a reason, you're going to accept it. No. That reason could be kind of valid, but at the end of the day, that's not let me understand. No, nobody cares. And that's what Ramil was trying to communicate to people. No, nigga, nobody cares about y'all. Oh, well, you want black women more than black women. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
And better yet, let's see if that excuse holds up 20 years from now when if we're ever even 14% of the population, you think people won't care?
It's never gonna hold up.
You know what I mean?
Nobody cares. Like, oh well, man, you can't pick who your parents is. Nobody cares. These niggas can't read and write right now. Nobody cares.
Once people see that, I was gonna say, once people see that minorities are coming over into this country and able to surpass us, people that have been here, you're not gonna have sympathy, especially
the only people you can draw
sympathy for white people. That's about it. Go ahead.
They're gonna use that as an excuse. They're gonna use that as a way of shutting your ass down. And to the extent that even gets sympathy, they say that for women. See, the reason why people say that shit is because they want to give the woman an out. And at the end of the day, that's them running game. But see, but black women don't understand this. They the ones that get the game ran. Black women probably run game more on black men more than anybody. But
absolutely
right. But black women
willing participants.
But black women get game ran on them more than any other group. They really be thinking they're in control. Just like it's like with you show a whole bunch of beautiful bitches to a nigga to get him to sign a fucked up contract. He thinks he's in control until it's time to do that paperwork. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with sisters. And so again, when I'm here, I'm putting the shit on the carpet so people can't say what has not been said. They cannot say, oh, I didn't know, oh, nobody told me. That bullshit they try to say now, well, I didn't know, I wasn't taught. No. I wasn't taught. No, you didn't care to question it. You just, but this is just what I assumed. No, because you knew that's not how it went through. We didn't just get here in just one snap of a finger. This ain't no Thanos snap. We're here. This is a whole transition. This shit transitioned. You know, now you got rappers killing each other again, or people killing each other again. We had this already. But see, it's fuck accountability. Nobody wants to even take the step before that, which is acknowledge shit. People want to just be on the trends, do all this shit. And then here's the thing that Ramil was trying to communicate to y'all, and I've said this. You got shit we saying on YouTube, then you got shit we doing that's in our best interest. And the reality of the situation is, I'm not going to be in the situation a lot of motherfuckers going to be in. And some of y'all, most of y'all are smart on this panel and in this chat. But it's a lot of motherfuckers they gonna be fucked. And what they think is they just gonna turn this into Grand Theft Auto 4 stars automatic. It's like, no. You all are gonna get locked the fuck up. Number one, I'm not even gonna be in this. I ain't even gonna be in this fucking country all the time. I'm not gonna be moving in and out. So this shit where like I'm not gonna. I'm trying to be a person where I can not to say be mobile, where I can put myself in environments that benefit me. And this is why when dudes talk about, it shouldn't be about money. It ain't about the bitch. It's about your control over your environment, your environment, your situation. That's what
Seinfeld would say, being the master of your domain.
Yeah, and you networking people. That's what it's about. And then what these chicks do, the ones that act right or the ones that act right, you deal with them to the extent you deal with them. Because here's another thing. We're not even, people like to talk about this sexual shit. The reality is, if I see a fat bitch, I'm not gonna treat a fat bitch like she's not human. I'm not gonna take
you always say that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna take a chick that I may not want to fuck her, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna treat her like a person. You know, and see that we're not and this is why when people try to talk about height or they talk about other shit, it's like, yo, let's take the you want to fuck off the table. The truth is, a lot of y'all think if y'all are not sexually attracted to a dude, y'all think y'all can treat a dude any which way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not,
or at least black men.
Now I won't say this is 20%. This is not. I'd say this. I won't say it's 80% of black women. I'd say this is probably like 65% of black women that are really bad about this. I'll drop that number down. Well, I'm saying what I'm saying, and you can have your opinion. I'm saying what I'm saying, but you have a lot of, especially sisters that look, they tend to have this thing where they think they can treat you less than a nigga that they might fuck. And I'm not saying this always happens or I encountered this a lot, but I've seen that. Where I've seen that in conversations. This is why, if you notice, when dudes are in certain conversations, they got to have a certain look. They got to be pre-qualified level.
Yeah, the acceptable Negro.
Yep, because otherwise these women are gonna be on something. I'm not trying to fuck you anyway, so why should I listen to you? Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
And it's like these are the same dudes that y'all wonder why y'all ain't got no protection from, because protection just don't come from the nigga you fucking. It comes from the infrastructure of all the dudes. So this is why you all not having a healthy respect for manhood is what got y'all fucked up, because these dudes are getting co-opted by other groups. Maybe now you're not getting pussy, but they getting respect.
Dreamy bedroom eyes don't pay the mortgage.
Yeah. And then but yeah, so
but I would say this though, all of that is in terms of what black women complaining about, that it's all cap, as Sarge hinted towards this, because I always say this, it's only as bad as people want it to be. In other words, if it's not like affecting them to the point where it's like, damn, it's really bad, now I gotta switch up how I approach my interaction with men.
People don't change, they adjust.
Yeah, exactly. They just exactly. But yeah, that the whole thing that goes along with what you're saying, what Tia San Johnson said about the CompuServes, man. I always thought about what you were saying before about, you know, having an acceptable Negro on the panels. Like even when I was a kid, I knew it in my mind subconsciously, but I couldn't articulate it. I was like, they have these fairly good looking black dudes, but they never have any counter argument towards what the women are saying. It seems
it's like these niggas are scared.
Yeah, it would seem like it would be a joke, a little banter, and then it would be like, yeah, well, you know, at the end of the day, we love our black woman. And I'm like, what did y'all gain from this panel? I thought it was supposed to be an honest and open discussion. And that's when it's like Kevin brought the honest and open discussion. And we understand that black women are more into the aesthetics of things, and they're more visual than any other. Like you can rationalize the irony is that you can have somebody that look like Walter Cronkite or like or the average news anchor, and go on a dialogue with with non-black woman, and they'll list their hair the dude out, because that's just how their culture socialized to act like. Well, black woman is like the dude got to look like what's his name, gotta look like Tyson Beckford or some. Or what's his name? Boris Kojo, for them to acknowledge, he might have a point.
Well, those setups are for black women to vent. Those are one-way conversations, and anything a black man said is seen as like it's like overly controversial, and the way it's presented on mainstream media. It's not really. It is really the women's venting and all this bullshit, and that shit. It's a lot of dynamics as to why that is, but ultimately that shit is very problematic. And what it is you've really gotten a lot of dudes that are checking out. When I say checking out, that could mean a lot of things. That could be MGTOW, that could be interracial, that could be SYSBM, that could be going overseas to a lesser extent. That could mean, that could mean pump and dump, meaning I'm just running through these hoes because fuck it. It's a lot of different stuff. And this round reveal once he completes it. Oh my god. So yeah, ain't nobody playing. Not guilty on all charges of murder trial. Yeah, so ain't nobody playing. And you got some of this stuff is on YouTube. A lot of it on YouTube where people are running game. And it's like, yo, y'all, you gotta be able to disseminate information, especially on social media, and you gotta stop lying to yourself, because this is where black people really fuck up. Black women and black men, you lie to yourself. People buy into these narratives that are based on bullshit, and then you look for YouTube channels that reinforce that bullshit to where you believe it's true. And this is why you get people talking all magical and they're not being logical.
It's an echo chamber.
This shit is not that complicated. It's not. The reality of the situation is women are going to do what the fuck they do as long as they can get away with doing it. You really ain't got no control of changing that because you don't control the environment. So therefore, at the end of the day, you get out of them what you're trying to get out of them in the end. What about, well, aren't you, this is your community and aren't you trying? No, this is not my community. We're in Ghanocracy. I'm just here. Like, this is not a community I control. This is not a community I can influence. So therefore,
you guys in auxiliary of the white patriarchy.
Yeah, like that's never been in the United States. So as black men, I'm not burdened with that shit. Well, you're not really a man. Understand? I'm not really a man. Okay. So the thing about it is, I got people that actually depend on me. I'm talking about people older than me, and I mean really depend on me. I have a foundation by which people can sit on as far as what the fuck I'm talking about. So the real men, like the men you fucking and bitching talk about don't take care of your kids, those real men. Yeah, those are, like, come on now. But again, it's not, the point is, it's all about outcomes. It's all about outcomes. We have a president right now. It would be a shame to picture president. Oh yeah, somebody was talking about because Joe Biden would be under anesthesia. Technically, Kamala Harris would be.
Yeah, she has more power now.
President. That's some good. Like, once again, just like sisters, that bitch, that don't mean shit. You ain't president. I'm looking at this thing, Brandy's daughter, and I'm like, wow, that could have been Brandy and Kobe's daughter, but Brandy didn't know. Brandy wanted Mace.
I didn't know Brandy was doing all that goofy stuff, man. Like, she's.
I mean, Brandy ain't that bad, but the thing about it is, at the end of the day, like, motherfuckers complain about dudes like Kobe, but at the end of the day, dudes like Kobe is who create empires. And sorry, the nigga is don't kiss frogs and have them turn into princes. If you picking a nigga that's completely on looks, don't get mad when the other shit ain't there. It's in the cereal box.
And it just proves like how. And as I'm not just necessarily the biggest advocate of SYSB. I'm like, I appreciate it, but it just goes to show you that you put any black man that has any level of potential in any atmosphere, he's gonna thrive. It just takes the right woman to be around him as well that complements it. You understand? Because to be honest with you, the way that you see how Kobe approached what he did, if Will Smith could have did the same thing, I'm of the mindset Will Smith should have dealt with a Latin chick and just call it a day. Like, you know what I mean? But that goes to show you with Brandy. Like, I'm sure Kobe would have stayed with Brandy if that was the case. Like, it would have looked good for his PR, and he would have been, he has black kids.
Kobe made the right decision, because the truth
of course he did.
Because the truth is, Brandy would have divorced Kobe over that white bitch situation.
I think Brandy would have divorced him before that, because
that, and the thing is, they take their payout early. The number one, they don't even last a long time. So it's, it is what it is. I mean, my thing is, I just put the shit on the mud. Like, I got a comment from one of the chicks that was in the Discord talking about, you making videos about me, yeah? And I'm like, I responded in the comment. I said, why are you being weird? Like, why are you being weird?
Who's that?
Well, it was one of the chicks that was in my Discord. And I'm just really thinking, like, why? Like, seriously, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to talk. I'm like, why are you being weird? Like, you came in my Discord. You were welcomed in my Discord. Niggas were acting, they were behaving themselves in my Discord. Answering your questions. They ask you a question. Now it's like you don't understand the reciprocity of a conversation. And that's an observation. That's not me being mean. That's not me trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, and then when you look at certain questions being asked, it's like, come on, man. Like, we're grown. Like, come on. We and I said it. I said, yo, a lot of this shit, I have no problem talking to females on this platform. I don't. And it'll sound like
I have no problem talking to females that are in good faith.
Well, once I assess they're in bad faith, then I'll deal with it accordingly. Deal with it accordingly. But the thing is, you being in bad faith ain't wasting my time. It's really wasting your time, because when women come, I'm not saying this particular woman was, but I'm saying when women come into these conversations, whether it's social media or these panels or mainstream media in bad faith, all you're doing is you're putting just one more chip, one more brick in dudes saying I'm out. You're doing that to yourself. And I'm not even saying this woman is the same as other women. I'm just saying from a perspective, that's where we are. And it took generations to get here, but now we're with disease. And it's not going to be something that's just going to be turned around. Now, individually, they may be able to turn that around as individuals, but I'm talking about the reputation of women as a group. Because the millennials are going to be the last generation that's going to really talk to y'all like that. The Z's are not doing
even give y'all a chance.
The Z's are not doing that. That's why SBM is going to blow up. The Z's are not doing that. And it ain't even about giving a chance. It's about saying, and just even the comments about, well, you're making videos about me. I'm like, no, you're not that important. I'm just using and I'm not saying that to be mean.
No.
But the thing about it is, it isn't. Yeah, it's like I'm commenting on an observation that I noticed. I said, if you want to ask questions, But if somebody, let me tell you something. If I go over there with them females, no matter who it is, Facebook, Lapeep Network, as far as the Facebook group, whatever, I'm giving them an answer, and I'm giving them an answer and a perspective. I have respect enough for them, for women, for even if a woman pisses me off, they ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. I'm not going to deflect, I'm going to answer it. And it's going to be a dialogue. Otherwise, and then when I don't want to talk, because I'll just disconnect from a conversation, because that's what you have to do on social media.
Yeah. What kills me is when I see a Zillennial or
and I expect that in return.
When I see Zillennial or a younger black woman to run the same playbook as their Gen X moms, aunties, and boomer parents, and I'm like, damn, you guys will never learn, will you? Like, I be seeing them trying to run the same playbook on Twitter, on Instagram, and it's like, don't y'all get it? Like, the last thing I would do is open my mouth and cause like even more the men of their generation or their age range to just like nah, I'm good on that. Like,
they don't think about that because they don't think long term. They don't think, they're in the moment and everything. And when you understand social media, it's all of that. And to be fair, Jackie, I mean, you got women like Magic Johnson's wife. You got some women that really, I mean, I'll give Stephen Curry's mom, I mean, she did her time, so you got women like that. But the thing about it is, my thing is, the women are not going to change. You need to change these laws. You need to change the laws in order to make it so men are not taking this big of a risk. And it's not just men. People that are breadwinners are not taking this big of a risk. That's what I would say to do. I think that's more practical. What's up, Triple X?
What's going on, Edward? Respect. Shout out to you.
Just talking this shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say a real cool topic, man. I definitely dig it. Yeah, man, this is interesting, man. I like to see your thoughts and opinions on the Lapeef Network, man. They ain't offered you a slot yet, man?
No, hell no. I mean, why would they? I mean, I'm just saying, like, to be completely fair, when you look at all the people they've offered a slot to, like the dudes. I mean, fucking poor man is at like 100-something thousand. I mean, I ain't got nothing to offer them as far as subscriber count.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I was gonna wait.
Well, they don't want to hear jack shit of what I got to say. They're not gonna like that.
I see Amira she was doing a little piece live stream. She just had Thine Lexi up there. So
she just had who?
Thine Lexi.
Who is that?
He's the
girl that Lapeef would have on the show?
He's in the
Anton. She would have she would be on Anton's
hey brother, I'm gonna let you just go ahead and talk. I'll jump in after you, man. Go ahead.
My fault, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Anton, she had I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you didn't remember who it was. I was trying to help you memorize it. She was on
y'all
Anton
saying Find Lexi. That's why it's throwing me off.
She would be on Anton's videos, and she was the one that was talking about she wanted like plastic surgery to get her boobs done or something like that.
No,
but go ahead.
No, I was saying they just had Thon Lexi up there. He's I guess you could consider him in this space, the Manosphere create. He's kind of reactionary video channel, kind of like Poor Man's Podcast. He reacts to a lot of Kevin Samuel stuff. He's got a lot of red pill talking points. So I was kind of surprised to see him up there. And that's why I kind of mentioned that, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm not like my thing. Yeah. Okay, I see. Don, yeah, I saw him because I've been going in some of these hashtags.
Yeah,
and I mean, and at the end of the day, and some of these people I might collab with. The thing about the Lapeef Network is not my personality. I can't deal with the like I would have done cuss K out. Not on that, but I would really be questioning some of the shit that she put. She wouldn't like me. I probably make her get her ass. Either they drop me off or she would get up or because she'd be mad. Because I'm not even talking about like throwing shots. But the way she be coming at Chicago Realist, she don't even be right on the shit she be saying. And I'm like, yo, you don't like, and then they'll want a white knight. Cause I'll be like, do you even know what the fuck you talking about? Or you just going, doing this as you go? And then they'll be like, no, man, chill. Lapeef would be on all substitute teacher on my ass, And I'm not trying to say that to talk shit. I'm just saying, it's like, I can't deal with that. And then Kayla, yeah. Because,
oh man, Kayla. Oh
no, man. And I'm not playing that bullshit. I'm not. I'm like, yo, because it's like if you ask me, like for instance, that shit when she was trying to talk about, oh yeah, not Kayla, but Kay. Oh yeah, the reason why women had to step up because there was no men around. That's a lie. That's a lie. And no matter how you try to do the history, that's not true. But the truth is, in the 1950s, early 1960s, he was at 85% marriage rate. Okay, right. What happened? In the 60s, the Vietnam War happened. The Vietnam War didn't kill off that many niggas. What are you talking about? And then the crack era wouldn't happen until really the mid 80s. Right. Really, and right. Really that's 84 to 95, and then that's culminated in what mass incarceration with the legal system in the 3 strikes laws. And with Bill Clinton, then you had the welfare reform, which is really why these bitches are in school like they are, is because they too lazy. They couldn't get welfare unless they was in school. That's really why it is. So you don't know your history. That's the thing. You're talking about stuff, and then she want to ask me about resources. I'm like, okay, you show me mine, I'll show me you show me yours, I'll show you mine, because I'll never see you point out resource statistics. You asking that because I would start breaking out everything she said. Come on, man, chill. And you gotta remember, I'm not a recurrent person. So see, if I'm just a dude, that once we get to 7 minutes, they're like, okay, we got a clip, drop them nigga. And then I'm gonna look stupid and I'm gonna be mad. And then I'm be doing videos cussing all their ass out. Yeah. Then they gonna come to say, you offended that predator, Glennon. See, that's how that's gonna go. And then I'm be like, you roll, BG. Then I'm gonna take a clip from Glennon, and every time we talk about Anton, like the robe wearing bitch. I said, that's how it's gonna go down. Like straight up. Because at the end of the day, you have to. They're there to run it. Like I said, I'm not gonna say everything they do is empty calorie information, but their primary job is entertainment.
Yeah,
do like a talk show thing. That's why Kay is entertaining in an annoying way. Not entertaining, but she is how you have the person's really funny and then the person's not. She creates conflict, which makes people want to watch, which is why she's there. But see, I would sit there. Yeah, I would BGS her. What BGS would do to Kay, I would do that.
She's more for the lowbrow entertainment.
Then I would say, bitch, you teaching kids. That's how you know. That's why I'd be like, that's why these little niggas can't read and write, because you the teacher. Come on, man, you getting personal. You will not be personal on my platform. That'd be the first time Lapeef get loud on somebody. I said, so now I'm the nigga you gonna go over volume 3 on. Oh wow, okay.
I would have put out the stat, and I'm like, we could all look no further for the contributions to K.
Say no to young ass teachers. That's when the shit started going down. With all too many bitches that are teachers, too many young motherfuckers that are teachers. These fucking bitches that they get out of high school, get out of college, they promise to pay their college tuition because they were fucking around, couldn't do nothing better. You know, like being a fucking dentist. Well, I got respect for dentists, but you get what I'm saying in the doctor field. So, and I'm not even trying to shoot. I'm just saying, cause that shit annoys me. Yo, you see how I do these play-by-plays. And then the chick, the Island Girl chick, I could probably talk to. And then Kayla, and again, you know, the thing about Kayla's chick, like, if she ain't trying to fuck, she'll say, like, I saw how she did with Anton. I was like, Anton, you putting yourself out there, because really, I'm the big dog. I'm this. I'm like, yo, you look at her body language. She like, nigga, please, like, and she was saying it. She was saying it too, and it's like, nigga, you put your like, and then all I can hear is Glenn and Cameron. See the robe wearing bitch.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, because women like Kayla, you damn sure can't put yourself out there like that. If you ain't got that masculine presence, I'm not saying to be
it's not
scared.
even about if you're not a knuckle dragging reprobate.
I won't say all that, but like when you're in disagreement, she like, nigga, you gonna be heard, and then she gonna start assessing your ass, and you know she'll be quick. This pussy ass show, like, let's say she got the 10,000, 15,000 subscribers off Lupita, she be like, man, fuck this pussy ass show. These niggas listen to me. I got my bag now. Fuck you, nigga. And then you know. And so, but you know, I go on Shannon's joint. And Shannon is kind of like a satellite off the Lapeef network.
I like Shannon's stuff more, man. He gets to the nitty gritty, but Kay, man, that's an unruly
man.
That's an unruly
so
woman. She is. I would call her the light skinned Lilith. She is.
No, I mean, I like you know. Somebody asked me who's worse, Kay or Janae. I'd say Janae.
Janae is definitely worse.
Hey, wait a minute. Y'all say Janae is worse than that Annalicia chick?
No, I say Janae is worse than Kay.
Janae.
I don't know about who you talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Janae is a crass, uncouth.
Janae is pretty annoying, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ray. Say you feel me on that. Yeah, so we get up on there. I mean, I couldn't be on that shit. I had to be on like the tier below. Same thing, you know. Lauren's cool, but you know, Lauren on her show they be talking that shit. Now on that other chick, Lucky, she's all right, but you know they be on that bullshit. And see me, I don't like. That's why. And you think I'm lying? That's why I couldn't be on the BGS for women no more. I'm the reason. Seriously, BGS will confirm it. I'm the reason they had a no nigger rule.
Oh,
I'm the reason why, unless it was Kevin, Rom, Cousin T-Taw being there, Charles would kind of be every once in a while let on. Angry Man would kind of be let on, just as strength to him being a strong content creator as far as like his subscriber. But really, it was really Kevin, Rom. Those were like the main two other than BGS. And then probably Dr. Tia to be on there. Probably Green Gorilla too. Like it'd be older than with me. Nah, they had that's a hurricane rule. That's why because I'd start checking. Because when it wasn't Ruby, it wasn't Char, but when some of them new chicks would come in and try to slide they bullshit in.
Yeah.
I like and I get it. You gotta let them talk. And then, you know, and my style will start to shut that shit down. You know, I'll be like, what that nigga that showed the Shield, be like, Vic. You know,
but you're like the Vulcan, man. Like everything has to compute to you, and women can't stand that. Like you're forcing them into a field that they are uncomfortable in.
Well, it ain't
in terms of logic.
It ain't even that, because that's what they try to. Certain people try to. Like I've heard people, nobody has never said that I'm so logical that it's almost like I got Asperger's or some shit. Like I can't think outside of that. It doesn't have.
I admire that about you because
it doesn't. But see, because I'm a marketer, I can balance both of them. See, I can go, okay, let's go along with what you're saying, and let's see the possibility of that making sense. And it doesn't have to be like 1, 1, 1, 2. Let's see if it's within acceptable parameters of common sense. It doesn't have to always 100% logically make up. And I understand women are emotional, but they shit don't even come close. Their shit is not even like within the same like atmosphere. It's off. And when you walk them through their shit, they see it. And so what it is I just gotta suspend this. It's like Fast and Furious. 1, 2, and 3 versus 1 and 2 versus like 6, 5, 6, and 7. You gotta suspend disbelief to watch that shit now. That's not true in the first two movies. other than the bridge scene. You know, that's not true. That's what it is. Y'all just want motherfuckers to just suspend logic completely. But logic don't matter. Fuck that. We're magical. It's Candyland because you want to fuck this pussy. The possibility of sex. I'm like, bitch, this is the internet. I'm not, and most of y'all, there's a reason why y'all got these top down, like the way. There's a reason why any bitch is too close to the camera. That's a tell.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen enough Instagram bitches to know how they take. There's a reason why when these women take these videos, when they do the little turnaround, they're doing that to flex on other bitches, saying this is real, this is not edited, bitch. Yeah, you learn the tricks. You know, you learn the tricks of these hoes. Whenever they start taking top down shots, fat bitch. Yeah. Too many pictures emphasizing their face, fat bitch. Oh, that shit ain't built right.
Yeah. Close-up shots, face only, fat girl.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hip to that. Hey, Edward, you see what I just typed on the side chat?
Yeah, you know, you get shit. That's why niggas be talking about Tinder and shit. I know I got to see the bitch, how she looked first. Hey, or did you... No, I didn't.
I'm gonna drop the link.
And those said, yeah, drop the link.
I'm gonna drop the link right now, man. He dropped 2 videos, and I wouldn't just come up on your platform and just start, you know.
But yeah, because I saw him and he left, and he seemed like he left kind of early.
Yeah. It's not the poor man's podcast. It's the poor black man's podcast. It's
I know who you're talking about.
Oh no! Fuck that nigga. I don't want none. I know who you're talking about. I mean, drop the link, but that nigga's a bitch.
No,
okay.
It
looked like he came with some facts though.
But I mean anybody can come with some facts, but you know that's why I said drop the link anyway. But that
okay. I don't know.
He always done. Look at his channel. You look at his channel. You find that all you need to know. He always talk about somebody. He's been like, because when I was, anyway, that nigga's a bitch. That's hate ass bitch. But yeah, he because he had some links talking about like when Anton talk about with his restaurant stuff. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not here to be exposing people. Look, if people want to believe, because I believe you got to go on the strength of what you say anyway. So. Right. You know, people are real big, and I'm not. Oh man, you a fraud. You this and that. A lot of that shit, motherfuckers be hating on.
$5 a month.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know all the gist of it or whatever. So you know, but
he had a video out.
Go ahead, brother. I'll jump in.
I was gonna say on his. I just want to say this. Like, I think he said it on his community tab like 3 days ago. It says, "Dear brothers, you don't have to wait to have a daughter to start caring about how society treats women." And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go."
Oh yeah, I guess my thing is like I'm in Detroit, like 10 toes deep. I've been here. This is my hometown. Then moved and shaped with a lot of the professionals. Being a white collar guy myself, man, and even come from the area I come from, even a lot of street dudes. Like before, I say within like the last 4 or 5 months, man, I had never heard of this guy. So I know he said he's from Detroit or whatever, and you know, and he's quote unquote this millionaire or whatever he's got going or whatever. But I've never heard of him before, and like I've been like in the field heavy.
You want to know how lame I am. You want to know how lame, I know niggas are like, yo, get the screen share ready, the screen record ready. You think about say some real shit. Kevin put a video up there talking about Andre 3000 stops by Instagram Live.
I just seen that. Yeah,
I'm a lame ass nigga because I really thought Andre 3000. I was like, you bitch ass nigga. I was like, you know how you get that video where it makes you watch the video like the damn commercial, and I was like, yo, that's some clickbait bullshit.
He did that a little while ago with he said DJ Quick, but it was just a girl.
But that I kind of caught. That I caught earlier, but the Andre, I was because you know he had 1.2 million now. Yeah. So you had like this nigga 1,250,000. So I'm like, this nigga probably that wouldn't be that far out of the yin yang.
It wouldn't.
So, I did click that though,
and I was like, you bitch. I was like, Kevin, you bitch.
In the comment section, I was like shaking like a Polaroid picture.
Is that what you said?
You whole ass nigga, and that's why you still only 1 million. This is how I hate ass niggas. So this is why you still only at 1 million Instagram followers. Nah.
Oh man, that was funny.
That's crazy, man.
Kevin is funny though. I ain't gonna lie.
And I tell you how much. And by people be talking, yeah, man, Kevin just want views. I tell you how much Kevin give a fuck about views, because I mean he leaving a lot of views on the table, putting this shit on Instagram. You know, that shit, he don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, Kevin need to do a TikTok. Like, I don't know why he don't get. He just get somebody. Man. He didn't get somebody to clip his shit out and say, fuck it, give the people what they want. Give them all the cuss, you know, like Kevin Samuels raw, and then it's just Kevin cussing out these bitches.
When he did the, I forgot what was that. Remember the guy that played like Gordon on Sesame Street? He was in them Pimp movies back in the day. What was that Pimp movie? Like Kevin was mocking the lady that looked like Jigsaw, and he was mocking her like she was one of those pimps in that movie, and she's like, "You gotta have vision." And if you go back, if you watch that movie, and whoever watched that movie, you know what I'm talking about. There was a pimp that had like silver polished nails, and he's like, "I get what you're saying, Johnny, but you gotta have vision." And she sounded just like the pimp and looked like him too. And it was funny because he was like Kevin Samuels debates Jigsaw.
Man, they about to treat Zach Stacy like a turkey on Thanksgiving. They better chop that motherfucker's head off. Yeah, why they like, yeah, man, we get to eat this nigga and we got Rittenhouse off. White power is back, god damn it. This is an omen. Trump is coming back. Trump is coming back.
That Stacey video is cringy. I was like,
that nigga, like, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, because it was just like the way she moved was almost against that shit was like a law against physics. Like that shit was like a video game or some shit. And she hit that T, and I was like, damn, because you could tell she wasn't hurt. I mean, that shit. I'm not saying he shouldn't get arrested, you know. And Queen Q was dropping game, talking about you got a camera, and then you get a camera that's obvious. That way it's a camera people don't see. I'm like, yo, goddamn, you know how much you probably, you know how many niggas about to get caught cheating or get put on extorted over that bullshit. That's like that's some good ass game. I can't believe that, because you know niggas are dumb. They're like, yeah, man, you dumb bitch, put that camera there. Yeah, I'm fuck this bitch. It be that camera in the bear.
Yeah, but now a lot of dudes been catching their. Remember that dude? When he caught his wife cheating, and she's like, "You a hoe, and you going to hell because you a hoe." And she had on like the rings on.
you need, you know, a chick catch you cheating, and you married, man. You just calm down, go get the camera, go get the DSLR, start taking pictures. That way, what are you doing? This is for the court, because I'm not giving you shit. Thank you. Thanks. You know, that's how I be. You a lame ass nigga. I be a lame ass nigga with a clean divorce. All right, that'll be the nigga I be. You know, y'all need to stop working. Niggas be like, man, I can't be called a lame by who? These broke ass niggas. I'm gonna make a clip of Glenn and Cameron talk about. That's why you gonna be globally reset.
Oh yeah, no, he be when Glenn be going on off of his diatribes, I be laughing like, this man is funny. Glenn was going off on TLA. He was like, yeah, I know TLA's not gonna be real because he's gonna act like a little bitch.
I hated it. He said that. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's like, because my thing is, you didn't have to go on there. Like TLA invited you there, and Glendon doesn't go on shows like that. He doesn't. And usually he brings people to him. And when a couple times he did do an interview, and it's like, yo, you could have did something probably with Alan Roger Curry and let Alan Roger Curry grill you a little bit. But you did not have to go in there, and then you kind of put yourself in that situation. You kind of did. And people, I mean, oh man, TLA is a lawyer. The end. I mean, so he basically did what lawyers do, and I'm not even saying that in a bad way. But yeah, I mean, even Alan Roger Curry said that was a good look. But you got to understand that people are not going to understand. Like, think, okay, let me tell you how this sounds. And I'm not about to rehash it. Y'all niggas are like, oh shit, here we go. No. If I were to tell you, let's pretend, and we're not going to talk about no young females. Let's say let's say you see me and I'm 5'10". Let's say it's like that, and I say I run ad, like, I don't get on these apps. You know what I do? I run ads on Facebook. Basically, I don't even give you specific. I say that I run ads and I get the bitches I want just by running ads, to the point where I get to pick the bitches that I want to fuck. Now, we talk about females that are, let's say we talk about women in their 20s, 30s. Let's say that. Like, let's say late 20s, early 30s. So we're not even talking about like young women, like young women or something like that, right? How does that sound if a nigga you don't really know says that? What's going to be your first reaction?
Repeat that last part you said.
If I say that I'm running ads and I'm fucking bitches that are good, that are good looking by me running ads on social media, so I don't get no specific than that. Yeah, you don't even know what to think because people don't have context on direct response. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that doesn't even sound right.
It sounds very vague and nebulous to me.
It don't even sound right, let alone Craigslist, let alone back in the day. Now, me, I run ads, not to fuck bitches, but to generate clicks. So I know that, and I've seen people try to do that. They just don't got the copyright. But I know what copywriting is. I know what that stuff is. I know what the dating industry is, and how that's marketed to dudes, like from a business standpoint. But see, I'm a unique person. I'm not the average person. When I say average, I mean, like, I know, I'm not saying I'm average or I'm smarter. I'm saying it's just like what they were trying to tell me on if you
understand 6'2", the jargon.
Yeah, if you 6'2" and you playing basketball with like the best of the best, like in the gym, and so you'll be short compared to a dude at 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, you're short compared to LeBron. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? You're in there. That's what I'm saying. So, but that's not a lot of people that's like that. So when you say that to the general public, where they ain't never even looked at Facebook's ad manager, everybody don't even know you can run ads on Craigslist.
My thing is this about that situation: 2 to 3 things that I was like, case closed. BGS said, ask somebody, do you know what the federal code, a federal statute is in terms of the country? We talk about the statute, and it's federal. Federal is for the country. You know what the federal age of consent is in America right now? The person said, what? He told him 14. They're like, oh. And then when he mentioned how he told Jessica X that, do you know the life expectancy in Japan is 92? He said, but what's the age of consent? 14. So it kind of knocked the whole concept of, people back then were marrying younger, so that's why.
But the thing is, that's the problem is that's when the YouTube politic can happen, and that was gonna happen anyway. So that's when you start getting into personalities, and that's when the stuff with Glendon and that happened too with personalities. At the end of the day, Anton responded the way somebody like him were responding. When I say somebody like him, I'm not necessarily talking about somebody that's bad.
Anton was clout chasing, man.
But that's true. No, that's true too.
He don't give a damn.
I wouldn't say all that because he's big on his morals. But that's not to say that he wasn't clout chaser too. Because understand, Ramos talked about the sexual underworld, and you notice how he don't talk about it. He just says that the end because he understands that ain't for everybody. Now, I believe Glendon was doing it as an experiment, but still, that ain't for everybody for a reason. And I'm not even talking about the young shit. I'm just talking about a lot of BDSM shit. Because the thing about it is, people would have felt let's say them females would have been like 22, 23, and the mother, and it's the same story with the black bullshit. People would still felt some type of way.
Man.
Yeah, well, you want to say something, Triple X? And then I'm about to jump on this Chris Tucker thing real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I was gonna step in and say, with that whole Glendon Cameron thing, man. Yeah, I think to a degree, for how hyper focused he was on it, I do think it was a degree of clout chasing involved. Now.
No, it was. It can be both.
Yeah. And then on top of that, Yeah, I agree with what you said, Edward. There has to be a limit of what you really put out there because everybody ain't ready for that.
Yeah,
you know,
shout out to
that. Go ahead.
Shout out to Rajun for the $2 cash app, much appreciated.
Yeah, they wasn't ready for all of that.
No, I mean, and it is what it is, and it's kind of like he would have honestly, Glendon would have did better doing what he's doing now, saying that all you niggas are a bunch of bitch ass niggas because, and then talking about how dudes be fucking up his car and being controversial that way, like straight up, like he would have been like being kind of like David Carroll, but like that, and he would have been better, but anyway, who am I to say? You know, he's a millionaire. I'm not yet. Anyway, C Gully said ad usually mean you're selling or buying. Well, yeah, but you can run ads for other things. People run ads for job interviews. People run ads for a variety of reasons. It just depends on what you're doing. And the thing is, he initially was running his ads for his storage auction business, so that's how he learned how to do the copy. I mean, what, like copy, if you know how to do copy, you know how to sell, man, you can write your own ticket. Like straight up.
Hey, Ed.
Look at what Fresh and Fit is doing.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say when you just said who he's a millionaire anyway, was you talking about Glendon or Anton?
Glendon.
Oh, okay, there you go.
No, Glendon, nigga, have you seen his have you seen his courses? I mean, and I bought a couple of Glendon's courses are good.
Yeah, I heard it was.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. And so, but if you get his 25 to some of them are free, and they're all built on they're not the same, but they're the same style. The thing about it is, Glendon sells basically what Glendon does is sell high ticket products and use YouTube as a content marketing strategy. That's what he does. And so his stuff is like 1,000, and then a lot of people are buying multiple stuff. He also has consultant stuff, and people don't really peep that. But anyway, somebody asked what's up with Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker fucked up. He about to get that Wesley Snipes
package.
Yeah.
They said, no, don't be a Christian now. Don't be a Christian now, nigga. We already said the president. Wesley's all right, you'll be all right too. And it's and Wesley Snipes owed less. Wesley Snipes got it down to like 2 million. He actually paid it, a lot of it. And they still put him in jail. So you already know they look, and I feel bad for Chris Tucker. I like Chris Tucker, but they don't play with you niggas with that shit.
How you get 9 million though? Jesus Christ.
And they gonna get him because they gonna be like, and Chris Tucker is owed it for a longer period of time too.
Yeah.
And nigga, think about Biden's IRS. How about looking at your bank account if you got 600 or more? So you know they not playing with you that shit.
Wow.
They said Brandy and Kobe look like brother and sister. Y'all gotta stop doing that. No, they don't. Have you seen Kobe's sister? The ugly as fuck.
They're not that bad.
They're not Brandy either. Let's see. Damn it all. What the fuck, Chris? I ain't gonna lie, I owe taxes for a couple of years, but not that bad. It was just state. You know,
man, you gotta watch it, man.
And you gotta have lawyers watching lawyers so they don't go broke. Why do you think it happens to so many people?
Well, when you got money like that, you gotta pay attention to it because you got like it's one thing to be owing some change. They not going after people unless you really owing. Exactly. And so he owed $8 million.
9 million actually.
Shit. You know, it's worse. I mean, but it's like not. You know, when you doing that, okay. Let's be fair. To be fair is what you said. It's that lawyer watching lawyer shit. You get them. That's why you really want to. You get them. You really want a firm because a firm has to uphold a reputation versus
an individual.
You got a credible case that they fucked with your shit. But we'll see. You know, you got pocket watching with JT. You know, that nigga always. I like how he got that shit where he be looking like he I don't know. I don't want to say a crackhead or something. It's a great picture because it's a clickbait picture.
That look,
Shout out to anybody want to get their taxes done with me. I'm almost done with school accounting. Holla at me.
And that's how you wind up like Wesley Snipes, man.
But you're right about that firm thing, man. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, you niggas, same thing with T-Pain. I feel bad for T-Pain now.
And Rihanna.
No, Rihanna got money.
Oh, yeah.
No. Rihanna accountant finessed her, though.
Oh yeah, well she got but she got enough money that she got because Rihanna got. No, I get what you're saying. And Rihanna damn sure need to be in a firm. Like, bitch, you fucking all these white boys in some Switzerland firm. Shit, what are you doing? Like for real, you know? You like, well, you got your shit in the Cayman Islands. Well, I am an islander, so what are you talking about? Then you have all that accent like Chantel Simone had when she was on the Lapeef shit. Yo, that accent, yeah, chicks start cussing me out, and the accent's like, oh, so now this is the real you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You, the women, them need to learn to submit.
Yeah, I was like, spoken, you know, this is coming from a Jamaican. You know, your mom probably got a machete. Yeah, Jamaicans may know how to act. Yeah, Jamaicans may know how to act right, but they got that trigger in them too. It's just a matter if they flip it or not. They all do. I'm not saying they're bad. I mean, all women do. All
let me tell you, because
Jamaicans in particular, yeah, you don't really want to be unnecessarily pissing them off.
Yeah, my parents are Jamaican. Like, let me tell you though, you could rationalize with a Jamaican woman. Like, if you reason with her, she'll. I mean, they're crazy. Don't get me wrong, but you could rationalize.
I didn't say they're crazy. I said they got a trigger that you don't want to unnecessarily flip.
No, true. But for example, they're more I ain't gonna lie to you. They're more agreeable. It's funny because all I've dated is ADOS women all my entire life, and like it's like pulling teeth. Like compared to other races, like not as a race, but different black women of the diaspora. It's like you can if you handle your shit together, like you could be on your man shit, and they're cool with it. Like, okay, fine. Like, hey, they're gonna test you here and there, but it's like with some black women here, it's like they do it for blood sport. Like they do it for the fun of it.
Well, yeah, because and women in other areas come from cultures where they get the shit like Jonathan said that shit with Haiti. Like y'all will like they may not do it quickly, but it's always like you ain't got nowhere to go. The only place you got to go really is your family, and it depends on what you do. Now, if you ain't saying you can just straight whoop on motherfuckers' asses and shit, but if you want some getting in somebody's faces or something, and somebody push your ass away, ain't that like, oh, he didn't close fist you? Okay, what are you talking about? You lucky he didn't. Like, and that's not like. Again, you know, like I said, in them islands, you can't run into no white man. In America, white man's 911 away. And you see what the white man's law did. Rittenhouse gets to walk. You know,
wow,
they're like boys be one. So yeah, so I mean, y'all like motherfuckers talk about man. You know, these white boys they ain't stepping to me. They ain't got to. They gotta call. They call the police on your ass, and then they gon' fucking drop like 8. Them police don't even deal with you 1-on-1. They dropping like 8 deep on your ass. So shit. So yeah, you know, you still getting fucked. They go Kareem. Bloop, bloop. There's a lot of Jamaicans in here. You got Nurse Nerd. You got
Oh, speaking of Nurse Nerd,
Chantel.
I need to see. I would like to know how much if I could give you a cash app, anything, maybe like $20. I want you to, if you can, review a video of me on their panel. Well, if you can, one time.
Yeah, you get 20. I'll review it this weekend. Hit the cash app and email me the link.
And I just would like to be on the when you do it, like if I could be on the panel with you.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Because you know I can't be on there with that light skinned bitch on there.
Blavi was.
Yeah, that's her.
We were discussing about marriage, and she was like, "Whoa," she's like, "I don't see the need to get married," and I hit it with the question of. What does black women or the black
community? Nerds friends believe in marriage. I remember she said that. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't feel the need to get married. I'm sure you don't. I don't feel the need to dunk a basketball either. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that I'm 5'5".
Oh, but that's funny.
Yeah, he's like, damn.
But no,
here goes Sir Pookie. Damn, nigga.
Yeah, but she was hinting at the fact she's like, "Oh, I do very well for myself," and she's like, "I don't see the need." She's like, "Oh," she said, "If you feel this so desirable and passionate about marriage, then you need to go to the suitors and tell them to get themselves together and then come back to us." And it's like we're gonna
because when they get themselves together, they go into somebody else. They not because then that's that take me as I am bullshit. like I said, I get along with Jamaican women because they're assertive. The problem is I'm usually a parent person. Jamaican, like older women don't like me. I don't know what's because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I've had situations where motherfuckers like, I don't even know.
Do you talk the same way you, I mean, of course you probably do.
Not exactly, but I'm not as on the nose about it, but because I don't talk as much offline. Because if I don't know you, it ain't nothing to say. So it ain't that.
Yeah, we were discussing the Danny Lee situation, and it came back to the same point. If you remember Sergeant Willie P, who always say, it's basically saying, "Oh, why don't you discipline or sort out the Pookies and the 16% of black men that are having all the kids out?"
Wait, who said that?
Blavy. That's paraphrasing.
Oh, that's because the only thing that's because okay, this is why, because the way you discipline those people is by controlling sexual selection. You do that by controlling the women. If you look at any group, when you knowingly deal with a dude as a bad dude, the elite in that group shame the women, and you borderline get excommunicated from that group, or at least from the higher classes of that group. And again, even on the lower groups, like let's say in third world countries, that shit becomes a burden on the family, the women in the family too. So they have an incentive to want to pair you off with a dude that's gonna do right. So again, the fact that she even asked that, like, this is the thing that I had nerds I pay attention to. I'm like, you need to pay to what she's asking. She's at like, this is like, is this the type of person that fits this, and this? But see, the thing with Nurse is Nurse wants to play modern men are fucked up, like modern women. She wants to try to do the 50-50 thing. And I'm not here to say it's all women's fault, but you got to call a spade no matter where that shit lands. And I get it. A lot of women do not want to be seen as pick-me women. They don't want to be seen like that. So what they do is they kind of go behind the, oh, well, both people got work to do shit. And it's like, look, we know niggas ain't shit. You don't see us arguing that. But here's the thing. The dudes that got their stuff together, they're not about to deal with. Again, it's a waste of time. Like, well, why don't they be? Because here's the thing. What I would have said to Blobby's very easy. Why don't y'all the ones for sucking a dick? Oh, we can't cuss on this platform, and I would have got dropped off.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's what it is, but that's the truth.
I felt neutered. I was when I hopefully we could set it up. When you listen to me, it sounded like I was so neutered because I had to hold back. I couldn't really assert myself, but that's
the truth. The truth is, you the one fucking them. Like it's just like, let's say that in the opposite, to be fair. Why? That's like PJ coming to me talking about why you can't get Brittany Renner to act right.
Yep.
Nigga, she wrote a book. She told you who she was. That ain't why that Brittany fault. Because Brittany was transparent as to how she got down. My question to you is, can I reasonably know that you would have knew that she was like that? Well, I didn't read her book. Nigga, she's 10 years older than you. You wanted her. You think other niggas at your level might not want her? I know she fucked other niggas at that higher level than you, at least further along at the level he's at. So that means she's got way more sexual experience than you. This ain't no typical nice bitch that she ain't on social media and you got caught the fuck up.
Honestly,
that's like Superhead coming around, and that's literally what that is.
If it was anybody else with PJ, I would have said, you know what, you live and you learn. Because I'm not gonna say, oh, of course we know Instagram, my Instagram, quote unquote IG models, they have a reputation that precedes them for the most part. But I'm not gonna all put them in necessarily a category absolute. So with that being said, I'm not. If there was someone else,
he's 10 years old. He's 10 years. Okay, let me ask both of y'all. Y'all 19 years old. Are you really thinking? I'm not saying you shouldn't fuck a chick you want to.
Oh, no, I agree.
But do y'all really believe that a 19-year-old has control over a 29-year-old? Even a 19-year-old that know how to fuck.
Any woman older than you, you're not really like, depending on where you're coming from, if your money's not right, she's the one that's controlling the situation. To be honest with you,
Shout out to
like
Courtney Bailey.
Like if I'm in my 20s and I'm dating a woman that's in her late 30s, like I understand what it is. She's basically like low key sexually grooming me. You know, they always say
that's a little bit different depending on how old you are in your 20s. Like,
but you said a 10-year age gap. That's
I did say that, but and you're right. It still would be the same dynamic, but it's worse. It's worse when you're dealing with 19 to 29 because you closer to 30, and then that dude is closer to like 16, 17. So from a development, no, you're right. But from a development,
you're right. You're right. You got a point there.
And so my thing is, if he didn't know nothing else, he should have knew this chick. Because even if she ain't, and that's the thing. Reason why people came down so hard on PJ is because this is a lesson to the younger dudes. This is a lesson to the dumbass niggas.
He's a sacrifice for all the young.
Well, he's a volunteer. He volunteered for his shit. Like he could have just fucked that bitch and did what LaMelo Ball did with that Instagram chick. Fuck her a few times, get it in, get like what they do said on Hitch. Get in there, get in, get out, clear your head. Had a good little fling, had a good little 6 months. Like this is what Drake talks about. This nigga grew up on. Think about it. PJ grew up on Drake's music. Creed J really came in
and Future.
And what do Drake talk about? That Loverboy shit is all through his albums. Loving Hard, doing all that. And that, to be honest, Drake's dumbass did get a porn star pregnant.
Yeah,
so
and
he's stupid too.
There was a run that Drake was. People don't know. Supposedly he got Jahani Blaze pregnant and whatnot, made her like abort the kid or whatever. But there was a time and place where he was. Don't the people think, oh, Drake was smooth with it.
That bitch
Drake was getting reckless too, because he was smashing a lot of like strippers for a minute, and then he had to fall back.
You said she's 6 years older.
No, she's 10. She's like. He's 21 and she's like 29.
Yeah, it's close to the 8. Yeah, currently 23. All right, NBA fan. That may be true. He's still dumb.
Let me tell you.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you, NBA fan. That makes him dumber. The closer the gap, the dumber he is.
Yeah, like he ain't making it any better. I was gonna say this though too. Like, I can speaking from experience. Like, you don't really know nothing as a dude. Especially if you don't have. I mean, he has his dad in his life too, which is another.
He had dads. He had coaches.
Yeah, and his dad is women. An agent too.
Yeah, that. So he had plenty of men. So it ain't none of that. All of that is, I want some life. Like this chick is on the only thing to separate Brittany Renner ass from all these other chicks that they're looking good. Because remember, Zion was dealing with chicks his fucking age. The only is the fact that she's a known Instagram model and he got caught up on status. The end. Any nigga that gets caught, that's the same thing the niggas get caught up on the Kardashians with. That is only black men get caught up on status like that. That's something that Ados men are unique to doing.
True.
And that's why, that's why we came down on him. It wasn't really about clowning him. It's about making a point to these dudes saying, I want to highlight this. Do not be this. Same thing with Will Smith. And Will Smith is older. But Will Smith, same thing. Jada was transparent. You knew that her mom did drugs, who she was, but nigga, you like these type of females. Cause you did with Pepper too. You like that shit. So hey, and you wanna be that, and I like Will Smith. Hey, people hate that Will Smith had to go out like that. People are a lot more
does it, man? I lost his whole image is just ruined.
People are much more attached to Will Smith than they are fucking Russell Wilson. Like, dude didn't want to see Will Smith go out like that, but they said, I got to do it for the culture, man. Because we can't have another nigga going out not like you. Idris can't go out like Idris was smart. Idris played with Keisha Cole. He wrote his suicide note talking about, man, I can't deal with y'all Ados shit. And he got him another chick. And then they got mad. And they got real mad because it's like, damn, she black. He black. So where you gonna really put? And he ain't Ados. So you really gonna, because now you really gonna look bad. The same chicks that want to call Meghan Markle black are the same chicks gonna come at the nigga that ain't Ados for getting with another chick. You gonna look good. Even black women got their limits.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, what's crazy, man, is you're right. Idris had his fun over here, man. Like you said, Keisha Cole. What's the other chick? K. Michelle.
He tried, and then he said, you know what? And it's like, damn, Idris, these are the chicks you pick. Anyway, shout out to anyway, shout out to Pensive said, are you willing to review the last business video? called when you can't handle your business? I don't know, because Jason Black shit be long, and you know,
that was a classic too.
But I'll think about it. You know, shout out to Chloe Bailey. You know, she want to go. She trying to play 304. You know,
you know what? Let me go ahead, brother.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
I just want to say this thing. This is where I can't stand it. I don't know her background, but there's something about a lot of these black suburban chicks that want to be like hood, like 304 hood rats. Like,
yeah, because they think they think that's what the cool bitches are doing, but they don't really see the collateral damage of that shit, because you don't always catch that early. But anyway, look, this is a photo, and this ain't the.
Oh damn!
Yo,
they got him.
Damn, he dropped
Agent
out.
Smith. Agent Smith took out Mr. Anderson.
I was gonna say.
You back?
No, go ahead, Ed. You back?
No, it's when I'm always fucking sharing this shit.
Oh,
all right. Let's see. Yeah. But you know, I mean, the thing about it is, it's like I guess.
Did you see that video she had out where she like sucking a lollipop?
Yeah, she looked underage.
I'm like,
I ain't see all that.
I hate to say that, but that's what that looks like. It's on here somewhere. A lot of this shit, she look. No, when I say that, she looked like somebody that, you know, she pretending.
It is. Yeah. I don't know if it's
it ain't natural. It ain't natural.
Yeah, it's you printing out, you know, and it's like, and at the end of the day, man, I'm not about to clown. Like, you want to do what you want to do what you want to see where it is. This is, you know, when they see, this is what you do when they delete the videos. You go to the tags.
The one with the lollipop?
Because somebody uploaded the bitch. Yeah,
it's on YouTube.
I ain't about to do all that.
That's what I saw. But it was weird. I'm like, it looked like a porno. I was like, what is this? If anything, she's smart. She should have gone like to try to do a Playboy.
The thing about it is, what I would tell her is, I'd be like, less is more. Okay, you did the album. The second album, kind of bring it back, because what you don't want to do is get people used to seeing you like that, because then it ain't gonna have no impact. This nigga's fucked up. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'm on Instagram, y'all.
I think this is it.
Think about it. Wow. I'm on Instagram, y'all. See, they said.
No, that's what it looked like, man.
Pornhub.
It looked like a porn ad. I was like, what is this?
Hold on. It do look like an OnlyFans commercial. See,
like swipe up to see me cam live.
No, this looks. See, it don't. See, the thing about it is, this is just 12 seconds when she did it. This was like a whole minute, so it was some goofy shit after the fact. That you be like, you know. And I'm not mad. I'm not gonna hate on her. I mean, it is what it is. Look, what does the dude do? He put it. Look, I'm hella busy this holiday season, but try my best to keep this page up. Anyway, these niggas. But yeah, but the thing about it is, what she's got to understand is, you not here to be doing what these hoes got to do in order to get on. You here to, like, cause she's supposed to be going for that Beyonce money.
That's what I was thinking.
And so there's a certain way you got to approach it. Like, you know, I'm not saying you got to be a good girl, but there's certain ways you got to, like I said, Beyonce is really who you need to be looking at. You don't need to be looking at the chicks doing the whore shit, because your hoe. I'm not saying she being a hoe. I'm not saying Beyonce being a hoe, but you gotta understand your sexuality. It's kind of like, you gotta figure your sexuality is like is Gucci or Prada versus what these other chicks are selling is like fucking Shaq sneakers in Walmart. I'm serious. Like, that's how you have to think of it. Like, so, and I'm not saying you need to be, but you need to, like, you need to be the type of person where you could just wear a badass dress, and these chicks they twerk because they have to, you know.
Right.
It's like, are you trying to be on the cover of King, or are you trying to be on the cover of
it's like a product. It's packaging, and that's right. Yeah, you want to be the type of person where Gucci and Prada can say, you know what, I'm cool with having her. You know, them two like fuck these niggas wearing my shit. You want to be a person. Yeah, and yeah, Beyonce does have talent. Chloe has talent too. That's what you want. You want that real. You want to be seen as luxury. That situation and be able to define that as these up and coming markets, like in Africa, this up and coming people of color group. That's what you want. What you don't want is being seen like some basic city. Like you don't, because that's not what makes the money. You know, that may sell Pepsi and Coca-Cola and some fucking, you know, Happy Meal fucking chicken nuggets on some streety or hot Megan Thee Stallion shit.
The interesting thing is, I would say this though, Saweetie is kind of redeveloping herself in a way. In my opinion, if you ever watch her Instagram, like
Saweetie ain't got well, she can develop herself, but see, the thing with Saweetie is she's always gonna be seen as like a social media talent. She really ain't got the juice like that, because the people behind her is making her music. Her music ain't all that. But anyway, you know, once I found out that as skinny as she is, she had to have plastic surgery. Had that, I'm like, oh, I know you ain't shit. You know, before I know before. She like delete all the before photos. But anyway, what's up, Kareem?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I just jumped on because you was talking about Chloe Bailey, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm so disappointed in her because I feel like she's so talented that she don't need to do all of this extra craziness that she's doing. It's awkward for her. It doesn't fit her personality. And you talking about Saweetie. Saweetie's performing on Saturday Night Live tomorrow. So she has, she did the plastic surgery or whatever, but she has that quirky personality, and she doesn't do it as much as she wears sweatpants. She has a sweatshirt. You know, she doesn't do the overly sexual thing like, well, she does it sometimes, but Chloe's forcing herself to do it. I don't think that's not even her personality.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Saweetie because Saweetie ain't really talented like that. Saweetie is
she's not talented.
She's just being pushed.
She has personality though. She
Saweetie's
does. She's
going
very quirky and.
I was gonna say Saweetie's going for like the Clueless kind of thing.
She has
like
that Clueless
Dash,
Cali girl personality, bubbly, friendly personality, where Chloe's going for, I don't know what she's doing with that lollipop foolishness. I was like, Chloe girl.
I feel like she's trying to tell Ryan.
Want that attention.
No, what she wants. Well, Chloe's operating like a follower. The thing about it is, she's got to be, you know, like it. I mean, she's trying to be. She want to be. I've been kept in this Disney shit for so long, and I'm like, yo, like I get it. And then she like, you know, I get it. All you bitches, when y'all are in Disney, y'all get crazy because you know they got that shit tightened up. You can't do shit. I understand. The same thing with Britney. Britney Spears. So I'm not, you know, making it about a black woman thing. You see how these white chicks same thing with Nickelodeon. You see, we had Amanda Bynes. You see what happens to these white females.
Most of them. Amanda went crazy.
Yeah, they are. So it's honestly, it's fewer black women that wild out like that percentage wise than the white chicks.
White girl.
So I get it, but at the same time, you need to understand. Like, go ahead.
I want to push back a little bit. Chloe wasn't really under the Disney like that. Her sister is, because her sister is gonna be Ariel. But they were like adjacent. They wasn't really under the Disney umbrella like that.
I'm trying to give her an excuse. So you saying so basically, I mean, you do realize
saying,
that, right?
She's under Beyonce. Beyonce has been like their mentor for a couple years now.
Right.
So I don't know.
But this shit don't sound like Beyonce. Well, then what the fuck, Beyonce? Because this ain't the playbook you ran. But I remember when Crazy in Love came out. I remember when she was in people's. So this is where it's fuck. Okay, this is the Beyonce playbook. This is the playbook. Okay, hold on. Shout out to Let me not fuck up these super chats. Because I'm behind on my money, man. I guess I'm suffering that. I choose to assume it's the holiday season. It's that niggas like fuck this nigga. He supported Glendon. You know. But anyway, it's the bartender. I guess that's Caribbean style with the $10. Salute Ed. This shit hilarious. I appreciate the entertainment that you're entertained. Pensive, it's a $10. So that's a nah. I don't know, man. Let me look at it first. And get back to you. Because what's gonna be doing some 4-hour things. And you know how I always gotta pause everything every 2 seconds. So let me get back at it. But I know what to call is gonna super chat me, and I know that ain't gonna be long. So anyway, but I'll get back to you on that. I will look at it though. But as far as Beyonce, I'm like, the playbook, what her dad did was have her. I remember when she was in a Case song. She was in songs while she was doing Destiny's Child, which obviously they had the duo group. I get that. And then when she went out on her own, she had a splash, but Crazy in Love, and she had the Bootylicious stuff, but that stuff was like revved up. It wasn't. I kind of think Chloe is leaning too much on the ass shit, and it's like, look, you actually got in it. Like, this is how she naturally looks. So it's like, you actually legit, and you saw the photo I put up. You legit got the shit, and then you coming out with dreads and shit, which is on some kind of empowerment too. But that's just what she does. That's how she likes her hair. But I'm like, you can wrap that stuff in it. So the better thing you need to do is do some form-fitting stuff. But she was doing too much with the ass thing, bouncing that all the time. It's kind of like you're chasing people. You're chasing trends. And these women have to do that. You need to lean more on the music and then, you know, rev it up. I ain't gonna say over time, but like she should have did that on the second album, in my opinion. If you were gonna do it.
Let me say this though: is it really the wrong move, or is it just a sign and change of times? Because you got
I'm talking from a business perspective. Because the thing
I get it.
Because I am saying, because I get it. I don't care about seeing it, but I'm saying that, you know, when people zig, you zag. Everybody's doing that, so you have to stand out. She can stand out.
She don't stand out. She don't stand out.
Exactly.
That's like Ellie Mar. Remember a couple years ago when Ellie Mar came out? She wasn't doing all of that. She dressed like and even her dress doesn't dress like that. She don't do all of that. Chloe is very talented. She don't need to go that route. Those girls that's not so talented, they probably have to do all of that stuff. She don't need to do it, and that's why I'm very upset with her, because she don't need to do this. She don't. I don't believe she needs to do it.
And Kareen is important because Kareen represents a broader Black market, like a people of color market that she needs to deal with. Like you shouldn't be. Yes, the United States is like strong, but you also need to be looking at the UK. You look at all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Chloe is supposed to be teed up to be like a pop star. Beyonce's age is 40. This, you know, Beyonce.
You got that whole landscape ahead of you.
When Crazy in Love came out, Beyonce was 25. Yeah. Because it was 2005. She was 24. So this is like the same age. So you got to be at that level. And yeah, she can work on her dancing. I think that's what a lot of ass bouncing is too, to get around that, because Normani can actually dance.
But Normani's too sexual too. That's the problem. She over sexualized. And I was like, oh my God, Normani, you already have the pop star from being in that band.
She's doing a lot more.
Why are you doing all of that extra? Chloe. It's too extra.
So the thing is, it's like you're a pop star. You're doing some hood shit when you're a pop star. See, the thing is,
look at Billie Eilish. Look, the white girl, Billie Eilish is the number one pop star now.
But Billie,
she cover up. She literally wears sweatpants and.
Well, I'm not, but I'm not for the sweatpants shit either. Like I'm not. That's not what Beyonce did.
Okay, my point is, she could be nice, sexy, and good look, but the video was disgusting. She literally had her ass out, all of this thing, lollipop. You don't need to do all of that. That's too much.
Yeah,
Jennifer, it's so forced.
And then I will say, and I will also say, and just to give you the sweatpants, you know, bullshit. It's not bullshit, but to give you the sweatpants thing, I remember Jennifer Lopez's first song, like If You Have My Love. I think she had sweatpants on that shit. But that was more of a sensual thing. And that was like in 2000, because waiting for that, that was like 99. So the thing, but see, that was a kind of a different time. But my point is that Jennifer Lopez is kind of seen. I would say Jennifer Lopez is probably a little bit more sexual than Beyonce is, even though I'm splitting hairs at this point. But Jennifer is more sensual. But the thing about it is, I keep saying that, but again, you zig, they zig, you zag. And it's like they want to think, oh well, this album don't do good, then. Because remember, Beyonce had Jay-Z. That's another thing people forget too.
That was a hell of a co-sign.
Which is another thing that they really. And I'm trying to think who's. anyway. But Chloe is doing too much. She is doing too much, and Normani's doing too much too.
She's doing too much.
I was gonna say this
pop,
though.
For pop, you don't need to
Normani's
be that.
worse.
You could be sensual, but you don't need to be over the top raunchy. She's raunchy. That video she did was very raunchy. I found it raunchy. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it looked like.
And I'm a grown woman, so I was like, ooh, Chloe,
like
girl, please.
Oh yeah, I mean Normani shit on Pornhub too.
Cute girls singing beautiful songs. What is this?
Cause you know what these motherfuckers, these niggas these motherfuckers be doing. They be cutting these music videos up and intermixing them with porn.
Oh no, they probably gonna do that with that video, because that video that she did, the Have Mercy video.
Or what they do is they create GIFs. Or what they do is they create GIFs and put them on the internet. Yeah, so when she there's a couple of GIFs going around. You remember that did that silhouette Chloe Bailey
challenge, yeah.
And then she would bounce her ass off the bed. Then somebody got a GIF just of that, so that's all that's going on.
Beautiful girl, but she's just not using her sensuality correctly. She's just too forced. I wish somebody grab her up and said, "Please, Chloe, do something different."
The thing Chloe needs to do is Chloe needs to do the kind of the Bond kind of elusive kind of sexuality thing.
Just be a little bit more, sensuality, not raunchy and shaking your ass to everything. I get it. You want to be, first of all, it's not only black people. You're trying to sell yourself to the whole world.
Freeman said doing things like this means she'll be picked up and promoted more. Watch happen. I mean, Freeman, I get that, but I actually disagree with that.
No, not her audience. Remember, her audience is young girls.
Even if you were gonna train, no, I get what you're saying, but even if you try, because I get your thing, you don't like it as from somebody that's a fan of hers. I ain't listening to shit, Chloe. I ain't listening to goddamn thing, Chloe. I don't give a fuck about what she's singing about. I'm the ass, all that. I haven't. I don't know her and her sister, because that shit is a little bit past my time. Not because I'm just older, but I'm like, oh, she cute.
I don't even know what her sister's name is. Claire or something?
Haley.
Haley.
Yeah.
What's her sister's name?
Haley.
Yeah, that's right, Haley.
Yeah,
they're cute girls. They're beautiful girls. I love that they have their natural hair. They always had their natural hair. They could sing good. They're talented. I love them from they were small girls. I don't like this though. I really don't like this new.
See.
Thing.
You know what's gonna say that? Imagine I said what Kareem said.
What? But it's true.
I told you defending Glenn.
That about her though.
I mean, nobody. No. I'm not saying you. No, you didn't say it that. You didn't say it that way. I'm not saying you did. You did it. I'm saying, but as a woman, that comes off us. It just comes off a certain type of way because you're a woman. Because somebody would be asking me.
Michael Jackson. Look at Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson came out. People love Michael Jackson from when he was in with the Jackson 5.
Who? Women loved him.
That's like they're child stars.
Well, women loved him, but any nigga talking about a female child star, they're gonna be like, nigga.
Oh, come on.
Man, look at them. They're so precious with their natural hair. And
no. If I said, yeah, man, I've been listening to them. Now, I'll give you an example. You remember
they're great representation for young girls. But now she just bust out going crazy.
You remember the female JoJo? When she was out when she was like 13, 14, but she could really sing because they were trying to say she was like the next Aguilera. And then that white dude said, bitch, you ain't making no music because you want to talk shit. And then she went into that she couldn't make music for like 10 years.
Right, she couldn't.
And her career hasn't picked up. And it's unfortunate because she can sing.
And other girl, there was another girl like Adele, another British girl like Adele. I forgot her name. She used to sing like Adele. She had that
them white boys
soulful voice.
You talking about Amy Winehouse? Oh.
I forgot her name. She used to sing like Adele. She had that soulful voice. But she was British. I think she was British. I forgot her name. A lot of these girls, these poppy girls, come and go. But I thought Chloe.
Damn, she only got 2 million subscribers. You think Haley Bailey would have more than that?
But when she does the movie, she's gonna have more. When she do the Little Mermaid, she'll have more.
See, y'all women don't be supporting.
Are you gonna watch?
I got a question. How many? Okay, so I can see why Chloe Bailey shaking her ass. How many subscribers y'all think? How many subscribers do you?
No, man. See,
seriously,
I'm tired of this one type of look. That's
how many subscribers do you think Chloe Bailey has on Instagram?
I think she have 10 million.
No,
not even 5.
She got 4.1. Do you realize that
Yeah, Brittany Renner got more.
All that ass shaking that she
Cardi B had she had more than that before she even got.
Cardi B has personality. Though.
Cardi B had more than that before she even got on Real Housewives or whatever the fuck. Or Love and Hip Hop.
Cardi B is funny and she has personality. Like no matter what you want to say about her, she's funny. People like that funny ghetto.
She's trying to get the gram up. That's what Haley Bailey's doing. She like, Kareem, you can go hell. Like you say that when I get to 10. You know, you talking about Saweetie. Saweetie is at like 12 million right now.
Because Sweetie has the personality. Listen, you know, you have to have everything. You have to have everything.
She got that fake Blasian look.
Just because you're pretty, thinking you're gonna be. No, you have to be more than pretty. You have to come with everything.
Yeah, you gotta come with the ass. That's what she's doing.
Saweetie's with like Anna Wintour with the fashion week.
But you know who helped her? You know who helped her too? What's that fucking the Migos lames? That helped boost her ass too.
Yeah. Well, so maybe Chloe need a boyfriend.
That nigga like, I'm taking back my car. I'm like, you already gave her the social media following, you dumb.
Maybe she needs to date Drake or somebody so she could get the publicity.
Well, you know, Drake gotta be a dad now.
No, she's gonna be single for a minute.
I actually like this.
And then she's gonna probably date like an actor or something.
See, this is actually slick. This is Halloween.
I see what you're saying. It's like they're decent looking girls. They don't gotta do all that. They don't gotta be like Megan Thee Stallion or like
all these black all these black bitches are going to the streets. They just get in line.
She's a beautiful girl. She's a pop star. Yeah. She should just like sing and put on some clothes. Sorry.
But to answer that question from earlier,
look at that young body.
Yeah.
This is her. See, that's Chloe. Chloe's she's gatewaying her sister. See, this that grooming. She said, "See, it's just a dress. Don't put no ass."
And young body.
That's her sister doing that. Come on, man. Don't you saying that and then I'm hearing from these niggas. But you 27, so that's different. Yeah, my bad.
I mean, compared the way these dudes are acting, you know, anybody younger is like, oh my God, you're robbing the cradle.
Nigga, that's a little girl.
They're gonna be dropping a Taz exclusive video next.
Don't get me started. Yeah, because you know his thing is too. But how old is Haley Bailey? I know you know
Haley Bailey.
21 or something. Yeah, she's young, man. Like 21 or something.
Okay, so she's 21. Let's get because I'm like, don't let me go back to my thing and then Karina dropped off.
Okay. My thing is
okay. Karina dropped off and now I'm on my own. See you niggas. We told you. The setup is complete.
Haley, I think Haley's gonna be like more like a like Zendaya, like a starlet actress.
Ooh, let me
just sing. She's gonna be like Zendaya. She looks cute in clothes. She looks so beautiful in clothes.
Yeah, I think she probably might be like a little Zendaya built. It's the nigga Taylor Swift.
No, Zendaya is like fashionista girl.
She's also like 5'10",
so she looks great in clothes.
Yeah,
which means she's tall as shit. No, but she's got model height. You know, that's why they about to. She gonna hit her head on in that Spider-Man. They gonna kill her off. I don't think they gonna do her like that.
It'll make the story better. Hello, Spider-Man.
But y'all forget that music video that she did. Zendaya did on the because I was in the Philippines when that happened.
With Bruno Mars.
It was Replay.
I thought that. No, she's not doing music anymore. She said she had a bad contract, so she's not doing music anymore.
Who, Zendaya said that?
Yeah, she said she got into a bad music contract with one of the record companies, so she refused to do music anymore.
She should. That's crazy. Like, what? Why are y'all signing these contracts?
Listen, she said her dad and her mom were teachers. They didn't know nothing about the music industry or the movie industry.
Yeah.
So when they signed the contract, they didn't know what they were doing. But they learned. Eventually, they learned. But when they started, they were like regular people. Learned.
Yeah, you know.
She's trying to get more.
She lucky. They kid had more options. They lucky. Because Zendaya ain't really built to be an actress like that. She
can. She just needs some time. Because in the second movie, I know you watched Dune. So in the second
$2
movie,
million?
In the second movie,
why y'all doing her like that?
In the second movie of Dune, her character is gonna have a bigger role. So
she'll have a better representation. But
the second book of Dune is bigger.
She'll be a concubine.
I need to get. Well, that
yeah.
Well,
in the second movie,
but she has.
But that's not how they gonna push it.
They're not gonna put it like that. But if you read the book, she's the concubine.
Yeah,
she's his concubine. She's Paul's concubine.
She's in the same situation as
Lady Jessica. But
no, I'm talking about.
Why y'all gotta ruin the movie for people?
It's called. Hold on, yo. No. Not only is it the books, there's already a movie in 1984,
and then sci-fi TV movie.
But
so technically, she's talking. Like, hold on.
I know. I mean, a little bit facetious, but like.
Well, that's not right. But look,
I mean,
that's like he said. That's like if they remake That's like they remake Star Wars, and then we talk about Star Wars.
I'm speaking to
But Dune is an old movie, and it's a bad one though to me, right? Like a lot of people never heard of Dune before. It's like the people talk about it. It was like Lord of the Rings before the movies came out. Like it's a big thing if you're a nerd, but people don't really know Dune.
I would give. My channel.
Yeah, but like movies and books not the same thing. And we just talked about how niggas don't read.
So then why was it a big deal then?
On this panel,
no, I mean it's a big deal because Warner Brothers put Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya in it, right? Like.
No,
what you're saying because they're young and they're upcoming actresses, and Timothy's good.
Hold on, time out. Because here's the truth. The truth is nobody has really told you like the movie. All Karine said was she's going to be a concubine. Didn't even say the who. She said that she's good. That's all she really said. She didn't say like what actually happens in that. So if I say here's a bitch in a movie and she gonna be fucking some nigga. That doesn't tell you shit.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't.
And hold on. And the truth is that what Karine said ain't really nothing outside the trailers of this movie, because they had her all in them other trailers. Because what do you know by looking at the trailers? You know that Paul has dreams about this bitch. What usually happens with a chick you having dreams about? So I'm just to be fair. No. And I got you. We're not gonna continue giving spoilers. No. We're not gonna continue giving spoilers. What you did succeeded is we're not gonna give like spoilers. But I just want to be straight up with what she said before. This is a bitch. It's gonna be fucking some nigga. And they probably won't even have a sex scene really in the movie. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, they will.
I doubt that.
Okay, Ed, let me tell you why I think they will. Just maybe not explicit, but they probably will because they've been pushing them on social media heavy. There's so many fan pages about him and Zendaya. It's ridiculous. If you go on Instagram and you just put them in, all they show is pictures of her and him. Oh, and I'm like, why? She have a man.
Check this out.
Why they do this? She have a man that's so attracted to Tom Holland.
Of course they're going.
Nah, I think Karine is.
No, she's dating Tom Holland.
She's dating Tom Holland, and they pushing her and him heavy. Like if you go on social media, all you see is them. Oh, pictures of him looking at her all suggestively, and I'm like, yo, come on, y'all do too much. Y'all really do too much.
That's facts. No, that's facts.
Karine,
because
I have a question to ask you. Do you still be watching? You still read Teen Vogue?
Listen, you so funny. I'm just listen. There's fan pages on social media. Okay, these people have fan pages and it's on social media. Okay, I'm just telling you what's going on. I'm giving y'all the tea. They look at that. These
Can you hear me?
Look at that.
Can y'all hear me?
Look at their social media standing and everything.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Testing. Okay, I got it. I see my. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, with women, we're just looking at the upcoming talent, dude. I'm just looking at the upcoming talent. Shit, like you know,
prospects.
You know, that's the new high school. Instagram. That's how, because now it's gonna be that new Instagram they about to do where you can get a subscription service. Instagram like fuck OnlyFans. We gotta get some of that money, yo. All you thought you keep disabling your accounts, we got a job for you. Join the metaverse.
So Instagram about to pimp out the IG models.
The whole version of the metaverse. We got a street corner for your ass.
The
we about to get paid. Yeah, the metaverse, the thought sector. Yeah,
no. Check this out. The 304.
They'll put Fashion Nova. They'll put Fashion Nova in there. But for real though, I'm trying to think. Yeah, but anyway, damn, I'm surprised they got that low. And even with their personality, because they come from Disney, so you would think they would have, but they probably got social media. You know what? I bet you their TikToks are much bigger than that. Chloe Bailey Haley, because that's where the young motherfuckers are. TikToks, it's where that silhouette came from. Yeah, we need a silhouette challenge. Come on, So anyway, but yeah, unfortunately, the problem in the black community is they don't like to really introduce the new chicks. This is something the women need to deal with. Y'all need to stop letting these old bitches hold on so long. These chicks be 60 years old trying to hold on to sex symbols. I'm like, every like 75 years we replace black women. Hispanics, they do it every 10. Shit, Selena Gomez is already out.
Selena Gomez is like considered a J-Lo and out. You know what I mean? She's not in the sense of the age. Like us, we still holding on to like Sanaa Lathan and what's her name that
Taraji.
Yeah, and what's the name that was in Love Jones?
I don't know
her name.
Nia Long.
Yeah, Nia Long. Like we holding on to that, and Gabriella Union. Meanwhile, like Sergeant Willie P used to always say that. Like meanwhile, like every 5 years, like you can tell in the white community, every 5 years they got like a new batch of like Playboy models that are considered like the female white sex symbols,
Shout out to Bennett for the $6.
There's a lot of beautiful up and coming black girls, but they don't promote them. That's the problem.
Yeah, black women don't promote.
Ryan Destiny, what's the other pretty girl from Brooklyn? Justina Sky. They have so many like pretty girls, but they don't really.
The irony is they about to be aged out too, technically.
Yeah, they're gonna age them up, but they don't promote them. They should have been promoting them. This 5 years should have been their years.
Yeah, black men should promote them. I mean, black women should promote them because if black men promote them, we're gonna be seen as predators. And I'm not even. Hold on. No. And I'm not trying to throw no like Glenn and stuff in. But I'm just saying like, well, okay, they're 28, but I'm talking about if you start because really you need to mind these chicks starting at 16 years old. That's what the Hispanics do. That's what the 17. Women do. Yeah, they mind them. Well, they really because like the white chicks get them out of the Mickey Mouse house and stuff like that. Same thing with Raven Simone and all of that.
Raven Simone was a sex symbol. Hello, no,
not a sex symbol, but I'm talking about the next like
girl.
Because technically Amanda Bynes wasn't gonna be no sex symbol, but like the next ones is gonna be really pushed like that. Some of them be sex symbols, some of them be more entertainment symbols, like the personality stuff you were talking about. It's combinations of stuff, and they mind them early. But the thing is, with us, we got this thing. We gotta have this. I mean, Kevin said it's this delayed age bullshit. Where motherfuckers don't get started until they 30. Like Chloe's on the younger end with them really trying to really do that. Chloe,
but she's been in the industry for over 10 years.
Exactly. They mind them young.
The problem is that they could be only one or two black females. That's big. You know what I mean? Like they don't promote them.
Yeah, but that's what. But
it's been like that in R&B. It's been like that in hip hop.
Yeah, it's only could be one or two. Like I mean, there's so many females rappers like Asian Doll, Baby Doll, all kind of dolls, and you only see Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. That's the only three ones you really see. You don't see those other girls, and there's so many other girls.
I think that's why Doja Cat she separated herself.
Right. That's why she's being so poppy.
Yeah. Yeah,
she had to separate herself.
Don't you?
Doja Cat is trash, and her body's built weird. But go ahead.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. As a dude, I could listen to a whole Doja Cat album. I like her stuff. I don't know.
Her body's natural, Ed. That's why.
Wait. Who
I like her
that?
music. I like her music.
All right. like that shit won't stand. Like
you
that.
Dropped it because he said he liked the music.
No, I dropped her. Yo. No, but straight up, but
yeah, man. No, I said the music. The music is catchy.
Goddamn.
I didn't say her body. I'm just saying the music is catchy. Like the beats be catchy.
I
just like the production. Yeah,
I think out of that crop, the new crop, she actually is one of the best entertainers. She entertains you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's catchy music, you know.
I mean, she was, but after those videos came out, I can't listen to it no more.
See, I didn't see the videos. I just the one it looked like on the cover of the album, like she's in the stars or something.
I mean,
like
at the end of the day, that ain't got nothing to do with you know, your ability to talent. I mean, I get that though, but the thing about it is, I don't know. Like maybe I don't listen to none of these new motherfuckers, but Doja Cat went pop. The truth be told, she don't give a fuck about these black people. Black people were stepping stone for her to she always was gonna go that way, like eventually, because she want that white validation. That's what she
and
wants.
the money and the money, and I mean the stardom.
Well, that comes with the white validation.
White people to get the stardom.
Well, yeah, but it's different. Like Doja Cat's a tragic mulatto. She's a textbook tragic mulatto. You know, she's one of these almost there bitches. You know, but maybe I'm 35 and Doja Cat is after my time. I just see some weird built light skinned bitch. It looked like she had a baby and she got her body back, but not really.
Let me ask you, Edward. Let's speak on this for a sec. What is this the dynamic of?
And I'm about to end this in a little bit.
I see a lot of younger male content creators. They're against the whole Kevin Samuels dynamic of, particularly black young male content creators. They're against the dynamic of men. They're like, oh my God, like why are men that are Kevin Samuels' age trying to hit on younger woman? And then I see in the chat section like the women that are older than them agreeing to it, and it's weird because it's like I'm thinking to myself, like if I'm a guy in my 20s, I'm not saying that I would necessarily encourage the dating of younger women per se, but it makes you think, like, don't you feel as though
sexual politics? That's all that is.
But I'm thinking, what's their take on it? Because if I'm in my 20s, like, why would you assume that you're capped? Your prime of your life is capped at like 30. Like, oh, as soon as you hit 30, your 40s, 30s, 40. What is it about?
Because sexual politicking, them niggas don't. Number one, you got a lot of black men don't think they'll get past their 30s. But if you talk about content creators, these tend to be people that think more. So I won't put them in that category. But ultimately, what it really is it's that cycle. These niggas don't think that way until they get there, and then it's crazy because they don't think it's sexual politicking. That's it, the end. Because the thing that what nobody really wants to understand is every nigga that's that age can't really pull like that. If you pull, you have to over time get your shit together. Especially in the United States, money alone ain't gonna really do it. Not all the time. Not most of the time. In order for you to pull, you have to have all your shit together over like a certain age, especially if you that age. The end. And it's something about, again, that's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing because these are the same niggas that had no problem fucking older bitches.
Yeah, that's why I'm I'm just thinking to myself.
It's the same reason why they say the black community is dark skinned men, dark skinned women, and light skinned women. It's the same goofy shit with that.
I'm dumbfounded. I'm like, okay, if you're a younger black man, what do you expect your 30s and 40s to be? Because I'm thinking to myself, I want to be the black like Leonardo DiCaprio. I want to be like
they're not thinking, and that's where the politics is coming from. They're not thinking about that long term, or they don't care. They are where they are right now, and where they are right now, they gonna say what they say. These are the same niggas that are rappers, and then they get kids and they want to tell you not to rap when they did the shit. This is the same. That's the same type of mentality in reverse.
What do you guys think about the Tammy Roman situation where she said that she would make her husband because her husband is younger than her, 17 years younger than her, and she would make her husband go with another woman to have a baby? Did you guys hear that story?
That sounds really gynocratic to be honest.
Well, I mean, and still be in a relationship with them. I mean, if he wants a kid, then
because she can't have a kid. She's she tried, and she had like fertility issues because she's 52 or something like that, and I think he's 17 years younger than her.
Well, that sounds like she's making a deal with his ass. That sounds like her making a deal to keep that motherfucker around. And I'm not mad at her for doing that. I mean, if that's what she wants. And that's the impediment. She's removing that as an issue. Now, whether he'll go for that, that's on him. I mean, the motherfucker already with her. You said 17 years older, 54.
37.
Yeah, like, how did she got money?
Yeah,
that's what that is. She's a Love and Hip Hop wife
from Real World, from
Love and Hip Hop,
Basketball Wives.
Basketball
that girl.
Wives, yeah.
She was married to what's his face? He was basketball. Kenny Anderson. She was married to Kenny Anderson.
I don't know.
They used to play. We played for the Nets, I think.
But that sounds like a woman is making the deal. That's what that sounds like. And I mean, more women need to be more pragmatic about shit like that, and stop being on some let shit happen and bitch about it later.
She's the one that does the Bonnet Chronicles, isn't it?
Yeah. She does the Bonnet Chronicles.
Bonnet. She's like talking her bonnet on.
So did y'all see the video of Zach? Since I got ladies on here before I end this, y'all see the video of Mr. Zach, like, you know, basically doing a force pull on his woman into the TV?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, I saw it. It was crazy.
I mean, but like I said, the way you see how they talking about him, but they didn't talk about that Chad Wheeler guy until you guys was talking about it in the match.
Yeah, and I was trying to tell Bernard that
they kept with that. You don't know nothing. You didn't hear nothing about Chad Wheeler. You didn't hear anything else. The girl did
one interview and that was it. That.
Yeah. Now we talked about the Zach thing because we don't run away from shit like that. We're not gonna pretend that, you know. Now did you hear? I should pull that on Bernard shit. Dude, Chaos talking about black men beat up
white
black
women
men.
more.
Yeah, more than black men can get away with beating up white women more than white men can get away with beating up black women. That's what that nigga said.
I don't know. What's the statistics? That sounds weird.
Yeah, that is weird. That's not true.
Weird. How can you get away with beating up white women in
black men
America?
This whole country is like, and this nigga talking, yeah, man, when I was in Cuyahoga County, you know, and I'm like, nigga, I lived in that same county.
Looking at a white woman. What?
He was mentioning Jim Brown and how Jim Brown was beating up white women back in the day. And
that's back in the day. Yeah, number one, that's back in the day. A lot of shit went down back then, and that's not a smoking gun, but he was embedded into that belief. You notice how nobody really pushed back against that, because that shit was so ridiculous. It was almost like, you know what, we're not even gonna derail this for that. I refuse to do, because it's like, if you believe that, go ahead, believe that, you know. But anyway, but yeah, man, yeah, if that would have happened to Jamaican, she would have left, be like, where's she gonna, nigga, she better go get the machete, nigga, you need to leave. Stop walking around trying to figure out Jamaicans, why you did that.
Oh, a lot of women get beat up in Jamaica though. They don't.
Well, that's because them niggas got a machete. No, them niggas got a machete too, though. You know, but they know the ones that don't got one. Like, this nigga think he's strong. He think that shit can't get chopped. That muscle.
She don't have no brothers. She must not have no brothers, because I know I have brothers, and that ain't gonna go down with me.
Let's keep it real. Ain't no even with a black dude, ain't no like Islander gonna be able to pull that move. And then this dude's in like somewhere around there, you know, as far as within like a 40-mile radius, you know. Like, could you imagine a black woman I can't even imagine a black woman getting like force pulled like that, because that's what it looks like. It looks like he just, the way she moved, it don't even look like, because he pulled her into the
cameras
TV.
In her house, so maybe she did that to, you know, he did that to her before, and she's trying to make sure he gets arrested this time. I don't know, because she has cameras in her house.
And then after the fact, he gonna walk back and forth. And I've seen that where dudes, like, it's like, you know, you be like, why you do that? That's why I be on the chair. Like, nigga, why you do that? I don't know, man. I'm like,
okay. Probably gonna say he has CTE.
Okay, make sure you tell the judge that.
He probably gonna say he has CTE.
Don't be like,
you can't tell until he die, right?
Don't be like the other nigga and you start singing, you know, forgive me for the things that I've done. Oh, man,
Ed, he probably gonna say he has CTE.
They're gonna be like, nigga, black men don't get CTE. Y'all get life.
Because look at Hernandez.
That's some white boy shit. That's some shit.
No,
Ross
That's
is right.
wild nigga derangement syndrome.
They're like, are you trying to pull a influenza like that rich white dude did? Sorry, that didn't work for
Nah,
you.
look at Aaron Hernandez, the guy that killed all those people, those two guys, the Patriots guy.
Yeah.
So you think America's gonna make it? You know, I'm looking at things saying Vice President Harris becomes the first woman with presidential power, while Biden is under
Oh God, I'm so
anesthesia.
sick of Kamala. I used to be a fan of hers because you know her Jamaican roots, but fuck her. She don't even rock Jamaica, so fuck her. Who cares?
She said all y'all smoke weed.
Yeah,
I was laughing my
Bro,
ass
my
off.
Jamaican friends were mad when she said that.
I was laughing
Bro,
my
nobody
ass
was
off.
messing with her after that.
I said, man, that's some treacherous shit. Because I can only imagine. Yeah, man, them niggas had Obama with
she
King.
doesn't even know a Bob Marley song. I'm like, how you not gonna know a Bob Marley song? Come on, Kamala, you're just ashamed.
Yeah,
like every white person in the world know a Bob Marley song, and you can't even name a Bob Marley song. Come on.
And what's crazy is you would have think she would have got straight for the stroke by enough career. You would think she had an inside track to them Jamaican niggas. At least on that, because we know she fucks black men. Well, I guess you gotta be able to put her in a position of power.
Nah, what killed me is when
she don't care about the stroke. She cares about the stroke of the pen to get her a job. That's what that is.
What killed me was when Tariq was dissecting her interview on the Breakfast Club. And she was like, shout out to Five Dog. And he's like, fellas, like, ladies and gentlemen, he's like, Five Dog been dead for like 5 to 10 years. And I was like, damn.
I can only imagine.
Well, she said her favorite rapper was Cardi B, though, right? She said Cardi B.
I don't know, boy. They call her dancing the thing, and she was like,
Cardi B is nobody's favorite rapper. Come on, let's keep it real.
Man.
It's just like this Halle Berry thing too.
Because Jamaicans are proud. The thing about it is Jamaicans are proud folks. So shit like that, I know.
Yeah.
See,
we don't like her no more.
Black people are used to being slick dissed all. We used to that. Ado's black people. We know.
If you're Jamaican, you gotta be proud. You gotta rep. Sorry.
We just be okay. At least they black, so they gonna vote anyway. So they representation. They be. I can tell. I'd be like, yo, you said that. I was laughing. I was like, yo, these motherfuckers gonna be mad. Yo, like, because that's like, and then for somebody that look like the like technically, be kind of in the diaspora to be pulling that shit like that, like it'd be like, wow,
whatever, Kamala, whatever.
I need to get you, Nurse, Chantel Simone. We're gonna get Young Grizzly on there because we need a whole Jamaican. I'm gonna put together a whole light skin panel, a whole Jamaican panel. I'm gonna do the
light skin.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna be.
You gonna call it the buttermilk?
It's gonna be.
You can do a light skin versus dark skin. What are you doing?
No, I gotta. No. I'm not doing. No. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just talking about the panels. It'll be me. It'll be me. Xanatos Clutch. MT.
And that's the teacher.
Jessica X. Who else I need?
Red Dot.
Ruby, classic Ruby.
Yeah.
How you know if that's her real skin color? Come on, that's her real. How you know she looks like that?
Who, Ruby?
Jessica X. How you know she light skin?
That's the one thing. But that's why. So Ruby, and then but I got enough of the. We got enough of the Nigerian. Hold on, we got enough of the. Now we'll do Nigerian versus Jamaican. That'll be a thing. We got enough for the Nigerian panel. We got enough for the Jamaican panel. You need to start doing that shit. Yeah.
Funny.
I could always add Minister Jap.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, mediocre. It'd be sponsored by Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. And then Xanatos got.
I think he did a panel. He did a panel where he had like they had to rate the best looking girls, and he had all these light skinned girls, and it was written, and everybody was clowning him because he's rating all the light skinned girls.
No, he did it. That's the thing. But he wasn't rating them like that. That's people were getting triggered. He wasn't rating the light skinned girls up like that. And the thing about it is, to be fair, it was without makeup, so it ain't my fault. It landed because truth be told, like
y'all colorists. Just joking.
Yeah, that's what
just
everybody,
joking.
you know, they want to say that. I'm like, yo,
Ian cursed me out last week because I was like, "Yo, colorism do exist." He's like, "No, it
man,
doesn't."
please. Yeah, and when people say that, all I gotta say, I got the kryptonite for that shit. You know what it is?
But
Nigga, I'm short. Nigga, I'm short. Would you rather be short or would you rather be dark? Pick.
Oh
Them niggas,
God!
people, shut the fuck up. Exactly. So
I think even females don't want to be short. I think females like being tall.
You know, I wouldn't. I think they want to be a certain height, but I don't think most women would. Well, what do you think? I'll ask you. What do you think the cap is?
For
and you can't be a model. You're not gonna be a model.
5'8".
You're not gonna be a model. 9. Yeah, you're not gonna be. I don't think most women. Do you think most women would rather be 5'8", 5'9"?
I mean, I would. I feel like when you're that tall, you're like you stand out. You're more beautiful. Like people notice you more.
That's because you 2 inches out. But like straight up.
Are you 5'7"?
She said she's
you're like
5'6".
I'm 5'6".
Because
well, 5'5" and 3/4, but I can round it to 5'6".
Because the thing about it is, if you're 5'8", 4-inch heels put you at 6 feet. That means you gonna have to deal with 6 foot nigga in order to wear 4-inch heels. But a lot of women think about stuff like that. So usually what I find is a lot of women prefer. It also depends on you're black. I think black women will probably be maybe a little bit taller, but like Latin women will probably average out at like 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", 5'7". They tend to not want to go past that.
5'2".
They don't want to go past that. Black women on this, I want to be an Amazon shit, you know.
I like being short.
I don't want to be an Amazon, but I feel like when you're a little bit taller, you just stand out.
And then you got the black, and then you got the black women that's on the fun size shit, you know. So they like being that way. But,
yeah, exactly. I like being short.
Yeah. So now with a lot of black women,
it would all depend on what's the biggest factor is. Your body mass index.
Now a lot of black women don't like being skinny. That's what that is.
That's it, yeah.
But you can get away with more if you're tall.
You're more likely to be skinny.
Hey, so let me ask this: how tall?
5'6" is good. 5'6" is good because you can still deal with somebody that's like 5'11", 5'10", or 4-inch heels. 5'6" is actually, unless you try to be a model, but you got that statuesque thing, so you want.
I would like to be tall just to stand out, not to be no model. Just because I feel like I'll stand out.
I think what you're hinting at is like, okay, if you're tall, if you have
go to Asia, go to the Philippines, you'll be tall there.
A Zendaya
body. Most women don't want to be like Zendaya.
I know, but I feel like for me.
I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong for what your personal ideals. I get that. I'm just saying for what I like. But Zendaya is like what 5'10". She's tall. She's tall. Her and Taylor Swift are the same. Most women do not want to be.
But she looks taller than Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, most people because they
in the heels, she gone
Taylor Swift.
She has legs. Zendaya's all legs. She just have legs.
Freeman Jones said, "I'm 5'8". He'll Freeman Jones like I'll whoop a 6 foot nigga's ass though. Old man strength. Yeah, niggas be like, man, you climb trees, nigga. I know you. I said no. I refuse to do myself that.
That's Jackie. That's Jackie. That's the panel.
That's me.
Yeah. So you're 5'2".
I'm 5 feet even.
Oh, you're tiny. You're petite.
5 feet even.
Oh my God, you're so tiny.
Yeah, Jackie's all right because them 6 foot niggas be like, them niggas. That's how it be, and that's why motherfuckers be telling me, man,
Jackie, my daughter is taller than you.
These
niggas, she's 11.
These niggas want women that's 5'8". They want these niggas ain't got the vocabulary to use statuesque. I ain't yet hear them. They want tall. They don't want their kids.
No, you look good in clothes though. You look so like the clothes you want to wear. Like this clothes I want to wear. I don't have the money.
Yeah,
but I see the clothes. You look so beautiful when you're taller. Cause I like those designer clothes. Like I'm not.
And the thing about it is Zendaya looks young. So to be that tall and look like she looks like when I say young, I mean she looks like she be a fucking teenager if she ain't got makeup and shit. So you be like, man, this tall motherfucker looking at me
Yeah,
like
she don't have no body, but that's her. I have curves, so I don't care about that.
that's why she
But
with them white boys.
yeah, she don't have no curves. She looks,
them white boys like she's exotic.
I like Zendaya, man.
I have curves, but I would like to still be tall and have my nice
He said,
chest
how
and my
tall a
hips
woman
and my butt.
is? I'm 6'5". I mean, you one of them niggas. I need a chick that's 5 flat. You know, I need her to
6'5"? Who's
young
6'5"?
Jay. I need her to not have a chance. Young Jay, them niggas.
Oh, he's 6'5".
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's tall.
Basketball player, small forward.
Jim Rat said all these niggas 6 foot in my chat where they make it sound, but that's an argument we were having. Tell about them niggas, yeah, man, even the lead attorney said, I ain't dating no, you see me with a chick 5 foot and taller, it's because I ain't had nothing better to get.
Jesus Christ.
That's literally what he said, it just like that.
So he likes short girls. Oh, I think he likes Mexicans because he said he lives in Mexico. He likes Mexican females.
I mean, that don't mean nothing.
Hold on, you said 5 foot and taller? Not like 5'2". You said 5 foot even?
Yeah.
Jackie.
What? No, he didn't say that. I can't believe that.
Well, no, in Asia, like in Philippines, I mean, there's women that's like 4'11", 4'10".
They tiny. Ugh.
And then they got bodies.
They're tiny.
Yeah, see, this is where we're gonna get into that argument. BGS is like, see here, Big Jess popping up. He went from ghost watching. He had to put his height in there though.
Came down from the clouds.
4'11" is so like that's just tiny.
This is how black people think. Like straight. This is what I was telling them in the thing. Niggas talking about I'm 6'1" and I'm short. Well, nigga, when you dealing with niggas is 6'7", I'm like, nigga, y'all act like
no, but 4'11", come on, that's not even like that's like a 8-year-old.
And see, that's another, that's another thing too. She's Jamaican. Remember I told you about these Caribbeans. These Caribbeans are bigger than ADOS people on average. Like, technically,
but 4'11" is a child. That's a child.
But I'm 1 inch from 4'11".
That's why
you're an adolescent.
That's why I be telling these black chicks. If y'all don't want white dudes, we tired of hearing your mouth. Interculturally date with these islanders. They bigger than us. And the thing is, these islanders are cheap. They ain't gonna put up with your bullshit. They'll just cheat on your ass. Like, it's cool.
Jackie, you saw how not to ask your age, but you could still grow, right? You're how old are you? You're like less than 20?
No, I'm in my early 30s. So
so you still it's
all right.
You are.
You don't see that in the office. Like, I've seen that.
Not really. Most people are over like. I see the Mexicans in my neighborhood.
Young Jay
black
is
people
saying,
know.
so y'all are saying that's not true. Yes, that is true. Island black, I do believe on average, island black dudes are probably bigger than us. I do think that's true. Now y'all can act like that ain't y'all can front.
Oh no.
Y'all want to front. All y'all want to act like, trust me, it's only like 15% of y'all that's 6 foot in ADOS. So y'all really be front. Now we're bigger than Africans. But you gotta remember, ADO, like, them niggas got worked harder than we did. That's why they overthrew they fucking shit. So straight up. Historically, no, the sugarcane blacks got worked harder than the cotton. Like they was, man, Napoleon was an asshole. Yeah, so because they couldn't go there, where the fuck you gonna go? See, they didn't have to worry about them going north like with us. They wasn't no underground railroad, ain't no boat. You ain't going nowhere. You there. So I mean, I'm dead ass. So y'all, that we're bigger than Africans, because Africans didn't go through that breeding shit. Anyway, I'm waiting to see BGS disagree. Because I mean, that's not true. BGS shut it down. That's not true. Go read.
I don't know about that though.
Yeah, you gotta think about it, but this is not something I'm just pulling out my ass. Like, I've observed this. Like, you ain't have you even really looked, or are you just kind of saying that because you don't want to believe it's true?
No, I'm just thinking on it because I'm thinking, okay, like, for example, like northeastern Africa, like If you have,
but you
like,
talking about
Chad,
African. I'm not talking about Ghana. There's exceptions, but I'm talking about
like
average
Sudan,
Africa.
like Sudan and Chad.
I'm talking about exactly. That's an exception. Ghana and Sudan are exceptions. I'm talking about Africa as a whole. So Africa, islands, ADOS. That's what I'm comparing. So as a whole, we average it out. So you talking about certain countries. Yes, certain countries are bigger. You're right. Ghana's like that. Sudan is definitely like that. And it's a couple of others, but most of them aren't.
Yeah.
Africa is actually shorter than what you think it is. I thought it was taller than what it was. No, for real. And BGS said the average survival rate for sugar plantation is 5 to 6 years. I'm telling you, they work the motherfuckers a lot harder. Yes,
bro. I gotta agree. I'm married Caribbean. Hell, my mother-in-law is solid. She's in her 60s. It's like,
yeah.
So real.
And I'm just giving.
I am dead ass. When I hug my mother-in-law, I'm like, she is like put together. Like,
yeah, I'm just giving context. I'm giving context to what Kareem is saying, because and I know Jackie's a good sport about it, but I know somebody hear that, man, why is she saying that? Them motherfuckers are big.
Jackie, are you fine? I'm just saying. I'm like grown women being that size.
Yeah,
like taller, a little bit taller, but not like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", but like 4'11". I mean, really, come on, most females are 4'11".
Yeah, it's cool. I used to teach 5th grade girls, and
and they're taller than you, right?
They used to be taller than me.
See, I was
BGS. So BGS says the average male height in Africa is 5'6".
Oh wow, you're short in Africa.
I don't even know if I believe that, but BGS ain't really led me wrong with
the entire Africa. Wow.
No, he said male. He said male. So he didn't even say like the height. So he'd be like, all right, maybe the females are pulling it down. Damn. I told you, like Caribbeans are like, we're bigger than Caribbeans. I mean Africans, but Caribbeans overall are bigger than us. I mean, I ain't saying it's like huge, like they gonna whoop out. I'm just saying it's there's a difference. Unless you one of them niggas that's tall anyway, so it don't matter. But yeah. So when I hear that, that's what I hear. Because I've dated a couple of Jamaican females. Shit. Yeah. So anyway,
what's this thing though, man? What motherfuckers think, man? These tall motherfuckers are more superior.
Biology, backed by sociology. That's it. I mean, that's across. That's why I call it universal beauty marker. BGS said in the third world, average female. Oh yeah, BGS is in the third world, the average height females is 5 foot.
What? Wow. I didn't know that.
I mean, even in the US, not too long ago, like you go back a few decades, it was like 5'3".
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what like they see, man. The reason why a lot of ADOS black
women, hormones in the milk.
It's the hormones in that government.
Right.
No, it's the steroids in that government cheat. Shout out to Crimson Cure. You don't know how to feed your fucking kids. You giving them all this McDonald's and shit. See, all that
Hot
says
Cheetos.
is Jackie's parents fed her right. Jackie's parents didn't feed her that steroid bullshit. So you have your period at like 9 years old. That's what she said, and that's true, man. A lot of these niggas be like 5'11" at fucking 11 years old because they getting that steroid shit,
But I ate ground food when I was growing up, so it's the ground food.
Well, Jamaican. That explains that.
I mean that shit's in food, man. Like chicken, corn dogs.
No, ground food. I mean ground food like yam,
steroids, hormones,
banana, plantain. That's ground food.
Yeah, I mean,
even countries that don't have the steroids that outlawed it are still having the same things happen to their girls, right? Like Canada, a place in the UK that don't use those steroids when they can't, they're still having the same effects on girls. The girls are still getting their periods earlier, yada yada, getting bigger and all that.
But girls,
I had to ask Ruby about that. I don't know, but there's a lot of Jamaicans in Canada too. Ruby's Jamaican. Ruby's Jamaican too. So
girls be 16 years old.
I can add Ruby to 2 panels. Yeah.
Girls be 16 years old
and the health
weighing about 180 pounds.
They said it's a bodybuilding culture in Jamaica.
It's a bodybuilding culture in Jamaica.
I mean, because just like that book, In Search, In Pursuit of Happiness, all them black women, fucking all them Jamaican dudes. There's a gigolo market.
I remember, that's true. Grown up girls used to take like chicken feeding to get like hips and butts. So there is
it's the yam and dumpling and the plantains. That's what that is. The
Yeah.
yam and banana.
Yeah, bring eat the banana.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's the gigolo. Jamaica's a gigolo market. Ghana's a gigolo market. Usually it be them old white bitches first from the UK, them Europeans, and then the black women in America follow them old big bitches. They're like, hey, if you pay, I slay, whatever they call it. I don't know. That's why they made that movie. How Stella got her groove back.
That was crazy. She married a gay man.
Yep. That shit ain't that far from the truth. How these sisters be pulling, they talk about they didn't know. They be knowing. They see better nutrition. Africa has major. I get what y'all saying. He said the average. I mean, y'all be like, we know country by country is different, but the 5 foot thing I can believe. So I'm just saying, so people be like thinking, oh, we are this, and I'm like, no, that's not what it is. Like, that's not, and it is what it is. I mean, shit, being a short female is I would imagine being much easier. You light skin and you 5'5", these niggas always got something to say. Either they want to talk about some 80s shit that they didn't live, talk about some Elder Bard shit, or let me see, where's the fucking that's how Fresh Prince CEO racked up his body count. You ain't shit. Talking about with the old white bitches.
So y'all need to leave my boys alone. I like them. Those two clowns. They're like frat boys.
So you like the two clowns? Yeah, sure. Everybody like the circus.
Yeah, I'm serious. You need to put that together. I'm telling you, Nerd, Kareem, Chantel, Simone. And then y'all got to do the accent. That's in the contract.
Suzette, you gonna have Suzette too?
If she's Jamaican.
She's Jamaican.
Hopefully Blobby ain't, because she would be. Nah, we're gonna make an exception. We're gonna sub in Classic Ruby. 6 foot. Anyway, I'm about to chill because I got to download this. It's Friday. Yeah, shit. Honestly, Jamaican dudes can't play basketball to say that.
That's not sports. We can run though.
Yeah,
that's not true technically. Because I got an uncle that was about to go to New Hampshire. He's very close to going to the NBA. It depends. And then Patrick Ewing is Jamaican too.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, true, yeah.
Oh wow, that's how far back you gotta go. But I didn't know that.
But isn't Dwayne Wade? Isn't his family Jamaican?
Do you really want to claim? You really want to claim that the way his family going?
I don't, but I think some people said his family was Jamaican. I don't know if that's true. I don't want to claim him, but
there's way too many Jamaicans in America to have this few good basketball players. Come on.
Well, I mean,
Dwayne Wade was a good basketball player. Don't play him. Yes, his life is crazy, but you can't deny his legacy.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying, with the amount of Jamaicans in America, if y'all was really as good at basketball like that, there'd be more y'all in the NBA.
It's a culture.
That's all I'm saying.
Interested in that, we would be great in that.
Seriously, where's the basketball courts in Jamaica? I mean, they running and they doing
interest.
soccer.
We great. We soccer.
They said no. They did say Tim Duncan. He's not Jamaican, but he's Caribbean.
He's from.
Tim Duncan is from the Virgin Islands.
Oh yes.
I mean, well, that's Caribbean to us. I mean, y'all are doing all this differences like that. That means something to me. Remember, we're ADOS. We have no culture. No, I'm playing. That's not true.
But listen, I feel though, if Jamaicans really was involved in basketball, we would excel in it, because we excel in everything we do. So that's it. But we're just not involved. We don't really care about it like that.
What about martial arts? Are Jamaicans into martial arts?
Actually, I took karate in high school, so but I didn't follow through. I only took like 1 year, so I only got my green belt.
The only person that I know that does martial arts is Jamaican is Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
I thought that was gonna land a lot harder than it did. Yeah, but he's Brazilian technically, so he ain't even from the island technically.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see, third world. But yeah, man, you go to you want to feel statuesque, go to the Philippines. Yeah.
I mean, how's the guys there? I know you like the girls there, but how are the guys?
I mean, they're typically gonna be like, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be your height. They're gonna be like they're gonna mainly be 5'4", 5'5".
You're gonna be like, do you like dog?
I mean, there's a reason. They don't do that in the Philippines. There's a reason why. Like every race be going in there raiding they women because black men they got.
I know they're very religious there, right? They're very like.
I mean, they know. That Catholicism.
Very Catholic.
Yeah, but the thing is the Philippines, they were wearing masks before it was popular because of the pollution. It actually isn't that bad. It looks a lot better than what it is. But Philippines is great. But it's
good
great.
Filipino doctors.
They can play basketball.
A lot of the Filipino nurses the nurses in LA are Filipino.
They said we had a Jamaican. They laughing. They like they tried too hard.
Somebody had told me that. Listen. I asked. I wasn't sure.
They might have been dissing you on the low. You might need to revisit that conversation.
Hey, he's Jamaican, trying to get him off the squad.
Certain people get off trying to do slick disses and see if people pick up on that shit.
Motherfuckers keep mentioning Dwayne Wade. That motherfucker bewitched.
No, but I'm just saying, as far as a basketball player, though, his legacy.
Somebody say he ugly in the background.
Gabrielle Union, I think, is Jamaican.
No, she's not.
No,
she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. I'm not claiming her ass.
Yeah,
she quick.
I'm not claiming her. Sorry.
That why? Cause she ass. You're not claiming it. You're not claiming.
We tried to shop Gabrielle Union around, and she won't pick up the phone. They won't pick up the phone for that. Filipino women will turn the kids over to the man in the divorce. Because I mean, they on the island. Where they gonna go? Ain't no white man for them to call.
Damn.
Suzette is Suzette. Who is Suzette?
Suzette is
the chick. Is she Jamaican?
She is.
She was born there, but she was raised in Florida.
She one of those. Florida. Oh, I mean, then you. Anyway, Suzette.
She's nice, man. She's nice. She just don't know. She's clueless.
Suzette needs.
She was living on the rock.
Honestly, well, I mean, the thing is, she leaned on her degree a little bit. Because honestly, Suzette ain't that far. If she, like I said, I ain't trying to talk shit, but if she would have lost some weight, like earlier on, like this is where women got to stop telling women y'all got to start telling the truth. Because she would have been right there. We're like, okay, now the degree, all that, you got the look, but anyway, whatever. I don't care. I mean, because you would think being in Miami, that would reinforce that environment because competition is fierce there. So anyway,
if she would have, I was thinking Atlanta. Well, not even Atlanta because Atlanta's rough too.
I wonder, are Jamaican women submissive?
They're agreeable. They're agreeable. We just spoke about
the Jamaican woman started cackling, so that should tell you right there.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
So you notice, like, pay attention to the vocabulary, like agreeable. Remember, and pay attention to the fact that I said that I date assertive women. Yeah, like
in other words.
And to be honest with you, most of you niggas don't even want a submissive bitch anyway. Y'all want cooperation. Y'all don't.
Right, you say you want cooperation.
And that's why you don't. And that's why you don't really hear us say that like that in the manosphere. Like dudes don't really want no chick that's gonna look at them before they
don't
speak.
Want a yes person. Like
they go it's not that. Because that is agreeable and cooperative. Now, unless somebody go tell you to walk in traffic on some dumb shit, then yeah. But see, this thing about
I'm not talking about like bitch bark like a dog. I'm not talking like that. You know what I mean?
Everybody always says like we don't want no yes person, but you show me an example of a black female that's a yes bitch. Give me an example of that. Can anybody name me an example of that? Not unless the dude is putting the D down. And even then, that shit, those chicks are jealous, and that ain't agreeable, shit. So, like, people kill me with this. Oh well, which race of black women are yes bitches? You show me. Show me the group.
Jessica X.
without them getting their ass whooped.
I'm joking.
Nah, Jessica X knows how to put niggas in cruise control. There's a difference. You know that, yeah. Y'all niggas be like, yeah, man, she agree with everything I say. You joking, not really.
The only thing that's wrong with Jessica, she doesn't know how to play spades. And that's
why do y'all?
Motherfuckers brought that up again.
Yeah, nigga, I don't know how to play spades.
You can teach her.
What?
You can't teach her how to play spades?
No,
you can't.
You can't teach nobody that old.
These niggas really talking about playing spades like that shit. Yeah, I had somebody came up on Kevin Samuels shit talking about, yeah, man, you can't teach Jessica X how to play spades. I'm like, you dumb nigga. Like, you really said that shit. He really thought he was saying something.
Y'all need to die. Y'all meant to, I mean, I don't know. You don't care about can she cook. You should see if she could cook. And she could clean your house.
No, none of they didn't give a fuck about none of that. Spades is what he brought up. Said that I can't fuck that. I need a bitch.
And you can tell it was an old nigga too.
That just shows you the
superficial
level
level
of what you're living.
Okay, bro.
That bitch can't cook it clean, but she can play spades like a motherfucker.
That's probably why Will Smith is still with Jada.
Somebody talked to Cardi B so she can make a lyric about that. I can't cook it clear, but you know my spades mean.
Dumb shit.
How can you do that with those nails? I don't know.
You fucking roaches, huh? No, this is the expression in the Bronx. And them niggas buy that
How
shit.
she do anything with her nails?
You burnt, bitch. No, man, that's just the expression in the Bronx. That's what they told your dumb ass. Y'all bought that shit. Just like how y'all buy that, oh, she ain't white, she's Spanish. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You niggas.
Who's white? Cardi?
I'm talking about how niggas will be like, man, she ain't white, she's Spanish. That's what New York niggas be doing.
Oh, yeah, with that with her racist self, right?
Yeah, that's how you get the J-Lo saying nigga and fucking Ja Rule defending that shit.
No, the Puerto Rican, that's how they talk here. That's how they talk.
Let me see. Jessica X is definitely not agreeing. Y'all, man, niggas be getting so mad. Niggas be hating. Like, you know what I'm gonna start doing? Be like, what's your Jessica X bankroll, nigga? How much have you donated to her since? You know, niggas be like, man, I don't know, that much, huh?
I wonder how much subscribers she have because she's smart. She put it that you can't see. I wonder her subscriber count.
Really be hating Jada Black. It's at least 40. It's at least 40. Yeah, I know. I don't think it's 40K. I don't think it's that high. I don't think her engagement would indicate it's that high. But it's up there. But maybe I'm wrong. I know Jada Black's is it. He got caught slipping. His is at 177.
I mean, I think Jessica's numbers would go up though if her ass do more videos and shit.
Absolutely. If she did more like shorter uploads, absolutely. Because the voice alone, like, I mean, that's a beacon to these thirsty niggas.
Well,
I'm not even trying to play people. I'm saying, y'all think ASMR is actually a thing, like legit.
Yeah, right. Thing. I watch those videos. Those are good. They're relaxing.
Yes, no, because there's different ways people do it. Like, there's different ways people do it. There's the PG way, and then there's the X-rated way. A lot of people, there's certain people that they do that shit on the old school phone sex call days, and they be putting that shit. Here's the thing: if you a big bitch. If you a big bitch and you got a voice, because sometimes these big bitches be having good voices, you can make some money. You really could.
But when they're silent, you can hear them breathing through the phone, though. Edward.
Well, the thing is, there's a certain like microphone. It looks like a cylinder that allows you to do it like back and forth. So, and some people they actually like the females breathing.
I think
they do the breathing and they do the whisper thing, like the whisper in your ear song, and then niggas will pay for that shit.
I think she pumps up like the power of her accent though, because she knows motherfuckers like it. You know what I mean? She knows it's sexually alluring.
I don't agree with that because her accent is really not that strong. Actually, like it's like cause I've seen if you listen to women that's in the UK and stuff, Like her stuff is right along with that. Like it sounds strong to us because you ain't used to it. But once you start dealing with these bitches out in college, they be in Europe. You know, they ain't. I mean, even European chicks. I mean,
I heard.
they different.
I know what you mean because I know what you mean because I heard different different volumes. You know what I mean of their accent. You know what I mean because I heard different British chicks. You know that sound different than Jessica, but they still sound British. One of my examples was me watching that back chat shit. That back chat London, where they be having like their own little discussions and shit. Their open discussions, yeah.
Yeah, y'all need to check out King Rich's channel because he got the phone. He used to do the weightlifting thing, but he went back to the bitches call.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed.
Bitches, but the women calling in, I'm using bitches like Chicago. Niggas be like, "Why you calling them bitches?" I'm like, "Sorry, man, whatever. Y'all be all right. If you ain't one, then you shouldn't be mad, you know." So, but anyway,
do he? Can you answer this for me? Does he associate himself with the Manosphere? Because I remember him like 4 years ago.
Yes. I mean, no, he cool with the Manosphere. I mean, but he don't really need. I mean, he got a niche. He built the channel, and I mean, we need a UK panel too. Jessica X, King Riches. They put that shit together, yo. I mean, we should start doing that shit every once in a while. That should be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we need a 6'4" up panel. You know,
there's another girl that does a good the Antisocial. She's always on your in your chat, Ed. She's pretty good too. She's very conservative though, but she's very good.
You can add me to that 6'4" and up chat.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You see these like tall niggas, man. Fuck this shit. Hey, I'll tell you this. I done took down a bunch of tall niggas, man. I'm 5'7". So
I believe it. I've seen some tall niggas get their ass whooped. I believe it.
Yeah, because what niggas will try to do is, especially if you want them skinny, if you the skinny kind, they'll try to grab you and get you to the ground. You know, that's what they'll try to do. You know, try to do the wrestling shit.
Hell, 3 years ago, shit, I slammed a motherfucker on concrete at work. Got arrested 2 days later for it because his ass ended up needing knee surgery.
Damn, man. Y'all niggas be ruining y'all lives over some stupid shit.
At work. That's what got me.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, you must be one of these journeyman job niggas where ain't nothing for you to lose a job.
I mean, nigga, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, man. Like, you know what I mean? And he just decided to come over. He had dreads too, this motherfucker.
Pick up that pallet, you hoe ass nigga.
No, he came, nigga. No, what he did, bro, what he did, this motherfucker came over to my section and snatched out some material out of my hand that I was working with. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. I mean, especially when I have years of my background of doing like, you know, security at clubs and concerts and shit, where there's been countless of days and weeks, damn it, you know, where I even got burnt out from it.
You must
toss it out, motherfuckers.
So you ain't capping. If you talk about you 5'7" doing security, that means you must have to really show some shit. You know,
I mean, yeah, nigga, at the venues like at a Verizon Wireless Music Center in Noblesville, Indiana.
Okay. Shit. Well, I say that because usually if you're dealing with like clubs and places, they usually won't because motherfuckers ain't gonna want to try them. Like that's really what that is. It's less likely that now if you're in a club, it's always some females. They want to do some stupid shit.
Just imagine a short nigga jumping in a big ass mosh pit.
Yeah. I ain't doing
tackling motherfuckers.
I'm like nigga, I'll do the paperwork, but I ain't doing that. Y'all be all right. Yeah, like if it's me, imagine you doing that shit at Travis Scott, shit. Like they said, they tried that shit up to $2 billion. They talk about trying to gun for his
gonna pay a lot of money.
Oh, he done. He
trying to. They suing him, Drake, and something.
Him and Kylie go temporary break up. She like, I'm not losing no money over your ass.
$750 million. They're probably gonna settle for like maybe half.
They have to settle. They have to.
They ain't got the money to settle. they already pulling that nigga already getting the nigga treatment too. They already pulling him off of everything, magazines. Kylie gonna break up with him.
How is it? I'm confused. How is it like? I mean, you know, he didn't cite a lot of stuff. But you had people like, for example, that kid that was there, he was 9 years old. I'm like, why would you take a 9-year-old to to a Travis Scott concert.
They explained that. They said it's not only a music festival, it's also like a kids for kids too. They had things for kids. It's like a festival.
Damn, Pocket Watch.
Oh, it was a whole festival.
Yeah, it's a whole festival.
Wow.
So they had things for children to do.
Yeah,
I was upset too when I heard that, but then when they explained what it was, I was like, oh.
You be like, please let it not be a black woman and see that shit to the Travis Scott thing. And they be like, like, how you, man, that's so fucked up. Man, anyway, I'm gonna get final words. Pocket Watch is doing a video on, he doing a hit job on Jay Morrison. This nigga.
Yeah, drop his link though. I'm gonna check him out though. Drop his link, bro.
Jay Morrison always doing hit jobs on people, man. And that dude that white dude I put y'all on to, Spencer Carrilli, he's at like 350,000 subs.
He is hilarious.
Yeah. I'm up on him. Yeah,
he's got a good balance, but he got that look to be like, man, don't aim that shit at me, because I be one, but he'd be like, I'll smack your ass, yo. Cause he got that smile, but it'd be like, like, I'm about to fuck you up, right?
Yeah.
And now he's starting to review courses, and I ain't gonna lie, these courses are horrible, like, so they deserve to get thrown under the bus. But yeah, he's very informative. I'm not gonna lie though. Like, honestly, I use their channels to find where the frauds are, because those frauds all have audiences. So they help me out. I'd be like, oh, I didn't know about this dude, this niche. Because if you're following somebody like that, that means you're interested in their content. And real talk, like in the sports betting thing, there's dudes that they literally pay people like $150 for picks, and they be getting like $7,500 like every day, every other day, because people be really buying that shit. But in the nigga sector, and see, here's the thing why he like Pocket Watch JT, because even though Spencer will talk about black people, black dudes, usually they got to be really, really big, to the point where like they got a big audience. They ain't really just leaning on the black market, because he probably don't want to really jump on them like that. The only exception to that was Fresh and Fit. When he got that Fresh and Fit, that was the only exception. But Pocket Watch at JT, so he can get all up in that niche, because your brother, and he got that look like he about to smoke some crack or something, before you Anyway, so let's get final thoughts. So we're gonna start. I don't even know. Shit, I don't know. We're gonna start with shit. I don't know.
I was gonna say, just thanks for having me on the panel, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm gonna hit you up again. Ideally, if we could do the thing, maybe Sunday. I'll cash up you the money. I want to just go over that video that I did with Nurse and Marriage.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, he said he want a trial. He want a retrial for that shit. Yeah, I told you, man. You got a nerd, probably nurse nerd. Like, you gotta feel like if you in hostile territory, man. I'll share the link in the community tab. And like I said, the blobby gets on my fucking nerves. I like, she really does, and that's. Yeah.
Who is this?
I'll share it in the community tab. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Hey, and go into your Discord more, motherfucker.
Yeah, I found a way to get in there with my iPad, because
brothers be sending some good shit though, man.
Yeah, I'm like an absentee dad when it comes to that shit. I be doing drive-bys, like you drive by the house, and don't niggas be doing anyway. So and then shout out to Jackie. All right, so what's your final word?
Yeah, thanks, bro, for having me on, man. I appreciate it. I got a few things. One, I'm watching that Shang-Chi. I'm right in the middle of it because, I had to stop, take care of some business. So I'm about to finish that and give you my report on that.
Wait, is that on Disney Plus now?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, which is why I believe the source. I don't have none of that shit. I have a free streaming app. I don't pay for shit. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then secondly, when you was talking about Kay, I typed in their WNA chat one time. I was like, man, that heifer, she needs some fucking aspirin for her neck, because how she keeps twitching her shit, dude. Like, man, what the fuck, bitch? Your neck hurting? What's wrong with her neck, Edward?
Yeah, I don't know. Kay is getting way too comfortable. I mean, my thing is with Kay. I mean, my thing, Kay, is she's just disingenuous as hell. That's the thing. It's like, you can have an opinion, and I don't have to agree, but she but whatever. I've said all I need to say about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, let's deal with that. But nah, bro, I appreciate it though, man. Should right on. I'll holler at you later though, bro.
All right, man.
I need to check out your short from earlier that you did. So I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, it's just me talking shit, but yeah, it's good.
All right, bro.
All right, peace out. All right, Triple X.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on the panel. Hey man, another classic, good conversation, good game, getting chopped up, and hey, till next time, man, take it easy.
Absolutely, man. All right, what about you, Freedom?
Hey, you going to Manosphere meetup?
No, I don't trust these niggas. No, I've been saying that. That's why consistent response. I mean, I'm not seeing these niggas face to face. Like, no, it's gonna be one nigga that's gonna try to see somebody and something go pop off. No. Yeah, so I mean, I'll be type of nigga, if I show up, I'm showing up via screen.
All right,
I'm showing up Jason Black style. I mean, I appreciate Obsidian them having it, and they should have it, but no. So I'm good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's just me. Consider it a me issue. So yeah, but I think it's good that we're doing that. We need to do that. We need to start doing that more. I'll definitely invest in stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know if they booted off Courtney off. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe Courtney maybe she found a man. That's possible.
Could be.
Yeah,
could be. Well, I hope she did. Good for her.
Or she told Anton what she really thought about him, and you ain't seen her yet. But then again, you ain't seen the mirror either, to be fair. But you've seen the mirror kind of on the network. I think what they're doing is strategic. Yeah, it's strategically smart, because once they get people known, they can spin them out. So what they're doing is smart. I mean, from the business production standpoint, I mean, it's on point. I mean, it's really, if you're gonna do a network, it's kind of how you would do it. And TLA is kind of low key doing that too, with creating his own thing.
Right. Yeah, you bring people into your orbit, right? So you just keep making your orbit bigger.
And that's smart, because they're constantly doing videos, so you ain't always got to be on, and they can help because you consider one of the big dogs. So yeah, that works. That's smart.
Yeah, that's why Kay stays, because she's the heel. You know what I mean? She just pulls them in.
Yeah, they traded annoying for crazy, because that's what Tawana was. Yeah. All right, man.
That's all I got, man. You take it easy.
Yep. Peace out. All right, so you last one up. So
thanks for having me. That's it. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. So we're gonna see you on Bernard Riley's cammed up like Queen Q.
No, I don't go on his show really. I went because one time I went and this guy was like, I was saying, he was describing the guy, and I told him that, well, the guy is a part of the LGBT thing, and he was like, oh, I'm homophobic because I said that. So I was like, I'm not going back on this damn show.
He was describing the guy.
I'm not going back on this damn show ever again.
Well, who said that?
Some stupid guy was like, "Oh, you homophobic." I'm like, "How am I homophobic? This person is a member of that organization. How's that homophobic?" So anyway, I don't go back. I don't go on his show, so I don't.
Yeah, you should have said I'm Caribbean. What the fuck you expect?
No,
you should have said something to fuck with her, like
This just is whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go on Arts.
That's crazy, because BGS said some similar shit about not going to Bernard Riley. Not for that reason, but
it's just like the people are so they're ultra conservative. Like, I thought Little Big Nate was conservative, but he's okay. You could talk to him. But some of the people on that show, I'm like,
Little Big Nate, his engine starts revving. You guys just gotta throw water on that shit. He started getting on his like moral high horse.
It's like, oh, too much. And like, I like him. He's so handsome. He looks beautiful skin. But the people, I don't know. I don't like some of the people on this show.
You talking about Bernard? Or you talking about Little Big Nate?
No, Bernard. He's handsome. He has a beautiful skin. I love how he looks, but to the people, the people on the show, no.
All right, well, yeah, man. So I'll see you, on Arts. I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, I like Arts. I like Art show. I like because
art. Which Art?
Art New Soul. Well, both Art. I go to Artisan.
I'm like, because you said, oh, okay, I'm thinking he's live right now. I'm looking at his
I like his show. I like the art. I like when he draw. I like when he talk about different things.
Yeah, people don't even realize that Art be drawing that shit in real time, man.
Yeah, it's so amazing. He is so talented. He's so talented. I love that. And I just love the jazz, a little bit of jazz that he played. It's just cool. He's a cool cat.
Ain't get no love from the YouTube algorithm. They like, yeah, but
I know they hating on him.
They still a nigga.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Yep, peace out. Peace out. Darius Harper, how do I make a video request to you or BGS? I don't know. BGS, I don't know. I'd say you have more luck with BGS. You can email BGS and I'll email BGS, but you would have more luck if you're in his Patreon. As far as me, you just email me at edwardanswer300k@gmail.com. And I'm definitely gonna take y'all requests seriously, especially if y'all Cash App. If y'all make a request, like talking to me, look at Farrakhan or some shit, and y'all ain't go Cash App, and I'm gonna tell you, don't Cash App up front, because don't Cash App any if I don't do it, you get mad. Some stuff I'm not gonna go too deep into some stuff. Now the stuff that he's talking about, I've kind of already done before. With the going over the thing. But yeah, but anyway, this ended up being 4 fucking hours, yo. 4 fucking hours. 40. It's all right. Anyway, y'all, it's been great. Y'all have a good Friday. This Edward signing off. Peace.